Who's that?
Who?
The dragon in the middle of the screen.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I got to roll 20, play through the
Looks like a
tutorial.
dragon man.
Yeah, you don't need to do the tutorial. I've made it even easier.
Okay, cool.
Oh, he's back.
Da, 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 do, do, do.
Da, 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 da.
Fuck's sake, we all rolling like 1,000 thousands.
God, like last time.
Ah!
100.
Oh, this is going to be interesting to see if I can remember everybody.
26.7. I can actually do that as well.
Oh. It's not even that hard. You can literally just do a thousand thousands.
What the fuck?
Pushing the boat out there, Rory.
Okay. Satchikin-kun.
Oh, got a crit.
I think a true question is, what would a
That's an
D2
Elizabeth
look like?
person. That's so cool.
Could be a
A
piece of paper.
coin!
I was going to
Just a
say
coin.
it's a coin.
Yeah, heads or tails.
Well, technically, a coin has 3 sides.
Technically,
Yeah,
that doesn't count as a
It's
side.
testamentally small chance that
So
it can
it's
land
an
on the
edge.
side. Yeah.
Do, do, do.
Paddy has rolled 1d8 plus 11.
But if it's an edge that can face up, and we're counting everything that's face up as a side, is it also a side edge?
Maybe it's a sandwich.
Yes, that's the perfect sound effect to use.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, what's that?
It's in
Fucking hell.
ReZero. That's what happens every time some dark shit's about to happen. It goes. You're like, oh shit, son.
And it also happens to be my alarm as well.
Oh, that would shit me up.
Alarmers.
I just changed the Silent Hill alarm.
A
Llamas with
llama
hat.
llama.
Llamas
Okay.
with hat. Finally watched all 12 of them. Didn't know that went on that long.
Yeah, it's good.
Shit, wasn't it?
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
so
got really depressing.
it didn't. He was a psychopath.
No, he was just misunderstood.
He made a fucking meat grinder for babies because no sort of dragon should be made out of things that aren't
Who
babies.
doesn't want a dragon made out of orphan meat, to be fair? I'm just more impressed with his,
Remember the blood vortex?
yeah, with his blood vortex in Paris. That was a good day.
What?
Jesus, that ending. I kind of wanted it so that
You keep
oh
doing
God,
it,
where
but
he
maybe because I'm a sociopathic murderer with some violence. It's just like, oh,
how'd
yeah.
you keep
How
forgetting
do you
this?
keep forgetting that?
But then what's the other guy's name?
What, Carl or
The other one.
Carl
murder
and,
himself?
Shit.
Does he actually call him by his name?
Yeah, because he says, "Oh, I thought you were a girl."
Oh, Paul, yeah.
Oh yeah. My name is Paul. What? To be honest, I thought you were a girl.
Why?
Now,
Maybe the hat.
now I've got some pictures to delete from my computer.
Yeah. Right. I definitely think the first 3 are the best. 4 and 5 are, yeah.
Don't mind keeping myself entertained.
Let me
Entertain you.
Yes. Give it Robbie Williams.
It looks like it's war between Ash. Oh.
Wait, what's going on? Max, roll a d20, see what it comes up with.
or I'll be using your buttons. Why did you want me to roll a d20?
See if Ashley kills me or not. Wait, this.
Oh shit, that's what I needed stats for as well. Never mind that, I didn't say anything.
I didn't hear anything.
Good. That's the way it should stay.
I heard stats.
Silence, you fool! You'll get us all killed.
Oh, and you're all
Lucky
dead.
for me, I don't know what that means. Ignorance is bliss. One of my favorite quotes in the Matrix series. It is true.
Is it?
Yeah, if you're ignorant to all the fucking shitty things going on, then you're not going to worry about it all. Like,
But then what if it comes
Can
and
be
hurts
bliss.
you?
you're not aware that it's going to hurt you, so at least you're not going to stress out until it happens. It's more like the whole like, I wish I was a simpleton so I wouldn't worry so much.
Alright, Dale. I think that wish came true.
No, JJ, I'm actually so clever. I have to disguise myself as a fool.
Alright, Rick.
Yeah, legit. I just his best thing ever is just I don't distinguish gender. I just judge you by how much of a pain in the ass you are.
Oh
And
yeah.
you're both equal in my eyes. I was like, that is so good. It's one of my favorite lines. Never.
Shut up.
It's like, what's that for? And you're already fed up.
No, I love it. It's so cute.
Yeah. Makes me want to rewatch it. Now.
I haven't even seen it.
Have you not? Should we do that as our next group anime after the OVAs?
Fucking Science Gate. Love that film.
What's that? It's a sign gate.
Yeah, I love that program. It's such a good game, bro. Actually, no, they did do a film of Science Gate, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
I want to say who?
Banana. That's my favorite JJ quote.
Hey, you leave it. I quoted that. That's me.
Yeah, I know, I quoted you in it. Banana,
Would it,
JJ,
would it be
every
totally
day.
wrong for me to write in this that our group has the 4 main categories solved: art, programming, project management, and Daniel?
Yeah.
You'll get a laugh, that's for sure.
Oh, I love that they laughed at that Fresh Prince joke I kind of made in my presentation. Just sold it.
It's even funny 'cause Daniel's not there. Daniel is just a picture of Daniel's face, the smiley one from the.
What, you not invited him to the interview?
No, he's just
technically
gone
not
home.
here.
You can have a hologram of him, or
Oh dear.
do a cutout of him and just have him stand there and then mimic his mouth opening, and you put wrong words in.
That'd be great.
Well, talking about cutting out,
No, she just mutated.
You kind of went
Right again.
robotic then, dear. It was funny. You sounded like a blower-bat. Boop, boop. There's gonna be no point doing this in a minute.
is there?
Too late.
Sorry, I'm just trying to look up some like stuff.
Illuminati confirmed. Whoever threw that. Oh, was that your D20 there? Oh, wait, it was 13.
Yeah, mine was 13. God damn it! Why is there no stats for this? Once again, I said nothing.
What
You
does
said
that mean?
what? Sorry, I didn't hear you. All I heard was like censorship, censorship.
Oh, wait, I might need my Jovis files again. I'm not sure if I. There you go. No, I'm pretty sure I'm moving them to document.
Oh, what's this? If you connect these streets together,
Mm-hmm.
it makes a. It's another triangle. Wait, there's one here as well.
James, every bit of art.
The triangle. Oh, a rectangle.
Oh look, there's one here as well.
Okay. So you guys
Oh,
ready
God.
to start then?
There's so many.
Everybody's got their like stuff open and shit.
Yep.
Yep.
Correct. And I've already made myself level 2. But I just need to do the rolls.
All right.
So
What did you?
many.
Why weren't you doing that? Oh yeah, I was gonna say why aren't you doing that while we're talking? Not talking, but you know. Wait, what the fuck? I'm highlighting it. And it's not. Let me
That's
delete
fine.
it.
I think I can figure it out.
So, previously on.
The Walking Dead. What? Oh.
Oh wait, how many episodes of the latest season is there? Like, well, since the last break, then I can't remember what it was.
Shut up.
Shut
I'll
up,
te-
Gale.
I'll tell
Come
you
on.
afterwards.
D&D first,
Mm.
Walking Dead later.
Why not both? that's
Oh, wait,
that's
we
another
actually-
time.
We actually started that.
Yeah.
Future campaign, future campaign.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. So we are picking up a week after where we left off. So essentially, after you guys came back, you've spent your like days in the tavern, or like wandering the city, just making sure.
Thinking our sorrows away.
Awake, asleep, awake, asleep, awake, asleep, awake, asleep, awake, asleep, awake, asleep, asleep, done.
Are you okay over there?
What?
I just
The
wake
hell
up,
was that?
moving it, sleeping him, waking up, sleeping him.
Yeah, we didn't see you move, so it's
I-
just like
I know, I forgot to let go. Woke up, sleep, woke up. Time skipping in real time. Oh,
Eat.
what
Meantime, they've run out of alcohol.
Eat, sleep, drink, repeat.
Wait, where was I? Oh no.
What?
Don't worry, I'm gonna find where my tavern was. I'm going to.
I think we're all in the tavern, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh yeah. True.
that's
Yeah.
where I fell asleep last time. But if
Except
this
from
is a
Vane.
time skip, then I must be awake.
Yeah, it's probably like
Oh, you came back.
afternoon time. Probably like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, sort of thing. So it's lunch, I guess.
JJ's upside down. Wait,
Normal
no.
day.
Yeah. Once again, it was raining yesterday, so. Oh wait, no, because it's the afternoon. It probably was all cleared up, so no puddles
we-
to worry about.
We chucked Ashley outside and his face melted off, you know, as you do.
And yeah, you've found yourself a new ally in, you know, causing chaos as you do, even though one of you's lawful. So I guess keeping the
Yeah.
law and causing chaos.
I'm lawful as well.
Okay, I'm a bit busy. I'll
But-
do it later. Apologies, I'm ruining the moment.
It's fine,
that
I'm
is our
rambling.
D&D in
Yeah.
general.
But,
Ruin each other's moments.
Yeah, so you've he was new to the city as he's come from training in the east.
Four
And-
docks.
What?
It came from Four Docks, not Oxford.
Shut up, Dale. Dale, like to ruin everything. Shut up, Dale.
Shut up. Yeah.
I'm not good at geography. I have no idea what these things mean. But yeah, and he just happened to stumble into the tavern that you were in. And if you want to introduce yourself, Sachin.
Oh, okay. A weary traveler, writing shit down on pieces of paper and sticking them on the wall.
Okay.
Selling myself for a reasonable price.
Fair enough. A man for hire, as it were.
Hello,
Um,
traveller.
Who seems to be writing in a foreign language that you don't know.
Oh. Really, James? Really?
Okay.
Jesus.
Is that really what you rolled for your health? Oh, wait. Yeah, you do know that's wrong, right?
Okay, so how do I do it then? Is it just, it's not a D10?
No, you put
How?
roll
Does your hit dice
one.
plus your mod?
Yeah, but you spaced out the 1 and the D10, so it just rolled 1. That's why you got 1.
Just don't tell him that. Let him think he's got one.
So yeah, whatever your Constitution modifier is plus to your D10 of health, and then that adds on to the current hit points you have. And then what's your Constitution modifier?
+3.
Oh, so then
Okay.
it's
That's far better.
yeah, it's 11.
Okay, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Everyone needs to be doing that if you were here last time, by the way.
I've already done it.
Good job.
Wait,
But-
what?
Oh, it's for your health.
What, to regen health or?
No, it's how much you've got now, considering you're level 2.
Wait, so you can go down in health?
No, you're going up in health.
You're just increasing your max health, mate.
Up by that much that you re-roll? Okay.
Yeah. So your hit point maximum was.
I got it here somewhere.
Why is your health 15?
15? Because I was OP as shit, remember?
So I guess your health would be 1d15.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Plus his con mod.
Oh no, that was plus your con modifier, which was a 4, so your maximum would be 11. So 1d11 plus 4.
Oh wait, my hit maximum
what are we
is still
doing
at
here?
15 at the moment, yeah?
Your hit dice,
Yeah.
my friend.
So I'll do it for you, just because it's easier.
No, I want to do it. Oh, it's it.
Rory, what's your hit dice?
1d11 plus 4.
Yeah.
Dice.
Yeah.
Let's not roll 100.
I don't have anything
last
for
time.
hit dice.
So you... What? How do you not have a hit dice?
Oh, it's because remember we didn't have the thing set up. Because I'm a
That's fine.
stupid, and it
You're
doesn't.
probably
show-
like a 10 or an 8, because you're fucking huge.
1 second, let me have a look.
No, I'm not huge.
Well, you're a half orc.
You're carrying around a fucking maul or some sort of big hammer. You
Yours
must be big.
is yours is
Character's
what?
only 5'9".
It's 1d12 plus 1.
See? That's huge!
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah, so now just add that onto your 15 to give you your 21 health.
Oh, shit, don't you worry, guys.
There you go.
So I actually did the best out of you guys, and I had the lowest modifier. Yay!
So adding on to our health.
Yeah. So
Robus versus Rexa.
Contemptuous.
but yeah, so you've taken this lizard folk in, and essentially he explains to you that his name is Leighton.
He is giant!
He is Reptar here in Raw.
Oh. Look at this reptile. Wait, what was it? Escargot or something?
But
Holy shit, I see a pair of legs at the top.
Matt,
yeah,
do we eat a ration every day that is time skip kind of thing? Or...
I would say no,
Um,
'cause we've
just-
been well fed here.
yeah. I was gonna say you've probably got your 10 rations back. So
So just open up my old little app again.
and
That's 3 random food rations.
yeah, you've noticed that Leighton talks with a strange sort of accent and
Yeah, foreigner.
a strange sort of accent that you normally recognize from like elves, and he's wearing sort of more ornate sort of robes as opposed to
Yeah, fancy foreigner.
as opposed to like armor and things like you guys do. And
Biscuit.
Sachin,
Right.
you've been writing in kanji on the pieces of paper
I
and sticking
don't
them around.
like him.
Alright, fucking Hitler, Jesus!
I write down asshole and stick it on your back.
You won't be able to read it. It's just in kanji.
Yeah, but just in case someone happens to stumble upon one day,
And then
it's stuck
convinces
in
me
your
it
back.
says good guy. I'm like, ah, thanks.
Great guy. And
But,
then it just says asshole. Just-
But yeah, this is actually a good sort of conflict between you two because Dragonborns don't really like lizard folk because of how they are essentially lower even worse than like some of the other dragonborns, because they're not even dragons; they're just lizards. So you would have this sort of like backwards and forwards of dislike between each other.
Is James a like dragon human hybrid looking character underneath it?
Yeah, he's a well, yeah. If I can expand his picture, that's what he looks like.
Oh.
Would help with his head.
It's not a face.
Oh,
on
I
the
thought it was a helmet this
Yeah,
entire
same. That's what I
time.
thought.
Very nice.
Your
You
face
plebs.
is beautiful. Wait, no, Benetton was JJ. Wait,
Sirloin.
Oh, of course, Steak Man.
Ah, that's so
I
cool.
am sirloin steak.
So yeah, you do have this kind of like hate relationship, but you put up with him, sort of thing.
I think it's love hate.
Love hate. God,
You
you're
love
so
to hate
sexy.
him.
I'm trying to find all that stuff on Vengeance you told me about, but it's kind of gone. I'll
Oh,
find it
what
later.
Oath of Vengeance?
Yeah, don't worry about it right now. I'll find it.
I posted it in your Discord.
Private message.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
Is it?
Yeah, I'll
Don't
find
worry.
it. Don't worry about it.
Well, if it's not there, then it's not
Have you
there.
sorted him with, like, starting
Oh shit! I did delete it. Fuck. I was going through the things that I sent you, like for Ali, just so that you didn't know all the things. Anyway, and yeah, it's just a kind of usual day for you lot to sit around and have
I
a
am
drink.
drinking.
Yeah, you found that Leighton is kind of like you and likes to drink this special drink that he brought in like a gourd.
Oh, is it black liquid?
No, it's not black liquid.
Oh shit, that stuff was good.
It's like clear and smells really potent. Like essentially, it's
Alcohol.
sake. So he just carries around a gourd of sake with him.
Lad. Yes.
I sit down,
So
pour
wait,
myself
wait,
a drink.
Are you saying we've befriended him already? Or
Yeah.
is that for me?
You met up like you introduced yourself like halfway through the week.
So, what's the slang for lizard folk, or whatever he is?
What, offensive slang or
Yeah,
Yeah.
because my character would definitely be using it.
you slime
Um,
scale bastard?
Yeah, it would be something like referring to obviously the damp and sort of dank areas that lizards come from, like swamp blood or something.
Ah, Oath of Vengeance. I found it all now. Good,
Yeah.
good.
So yeah,
Is
just
he saying racist stuff to me?
yeah.
Move yourself, for fuck's sake.
Oh, in that case, I ignore his comment. I offer him some of my sake, but before I give it to him, I pull out my herbal kit, make
Mhm.
a makeshift laxative out of the herbal kit, put it in the drink, and be like, "Cheers," and give it to him.
Okay, roll
Oh.
a medicine check. So you should have a number next to where your
And you've
medicine
killed him.
is.
Medicine +4.
I feel like, could I help him with this? So he
And
can
he
Uh,
died of
double
No,
roll?
you don't take notice of him doing this, but
Oh,
So,
okay.
How do I roll? Do I press roll then +4 for medicine?
yeah, are there buttons for you, or have you?
It's text.
That way, I'd run into his room. Is it?
I was gonna say. No, don't hit me, Dale. Don't hit me.
Can I just be something to bagpipes?
That's great.
Actually, JJ,
Yeah.
you notice that Leighton actually has a set of bagpipes on him.
Yes.
Oh no, not the bagpipes again. Kill it!
No, we're not doing this again. We're keeping this bagpipe.
That's all you want. Oh, okay. Oh.
Okay, apparently I'm playing this correctly. It says no mercy for the wicked
Yep. I did
by any
say.
means necessary.
No mercy.
No mercy. Oh, I get oath spells at level 3.
Mhm.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, Shiza.
Yeah, just God, just make sure you pick and choose the right moments to use
So what do I
divine smite.
press?
It'd be you click on 1d20. I
1d20.
Yeah, and then type 4 in. Was it 4 you modifier? And
Yeah.
then hit enter.
Oh wow, yeah. You succeed at making this makeshift laxative.
Can I roll perception to see before drinking, see if I realise?
Yeah.
Max, did that crit thing work?
Yeah.
Crit button and then.
So roll perception for me, James. Jimmy Jams.
I did.
Yeah. So you see him slip this sort of It's not something that you can really stealth making medicine like this. Like, yeah, he has like a little sort of those grinding bowls, and he's just like.
Persuade him that it's
Hang on.
the
In
drink.
that case, now I know that it's not the drink. Can I offer it to Jovis?
You can.
Can I use persuasion? 'Cause
Uh,
No, I'm gonna take it. But do I get a defense in Constitution?
actually,
to affect me or not?
no, James, because you've seen him make it and slip it into your drink. You don't actually know what the substance is. So yeah, roll
Yeah, I don't know what it
persuasion
is, I
to
just know
yeah.
Persuasion
He's
says
putting
part
it
of the
in.
drink. Yeah.
You're right. He's basically spiked my drink.
Yeah.
Eh,
So
Yep.
roll a
He'd be
persuasion.
roofied.
As far as you're aware, it's just some like foreign drink that might go well, and you need this addition into it to make it full drink. Eh?
Yeah,
It's like
but
the
I'm
soda
a paladin.
drink.
I
This
ain't
is what
drinking
makes it
that.
So yeah, roll your persuasion. See if
what's
you can-
that? 1d20?
1d20
1d20 plus whatever
version
your
size.
persuasion is.
Yep.
Do you
Same
feel
face,
like that's
bruh.
enough to convince you?
I was actually thinking 14, but it's close, so I'm gonna take a sip.
Because obviously for sake you
nurse it.
normally do it in like a shot glass sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like go. Maybe a little sip.
And you neck it. And
We like to drink with sirloin.
Hang on. I'll do a strength check to see if I gently do it or if I just chuck it all down my throat.
well, I was gonna say roll a Constitution to see if you feel the urge
All right, hang on. Ignore that. Then I'll do Constitution.
to see if you have the instant urge to shit. Okay, your
That's a nice
stomach's
start to the game.
growling, and you feel like the squirt and squeam of like your innards getting ready to empty.
Welcome,
Dysentery.
welcome to D&D, Satchin.
Kind of dysentery.
But so
I
yeah,
excuse myself from the table and walk to the bathroom.
yeah, it's not as immediate as you thought. He's not shitting himself at the table, sort of thing. But no.
Yeah, I'm calmly walking over there.
That should move your character.
No, I just want it to work so it's just irritating enough.
Yeah.
But
So-
not.
He called you a piece of shit. You made him have a piece of shit. But yeah. So are you guys also drinking the sake sort of stuff?
Yeah. Oh, Layton, what's that drink you bought for us?
Oh,
I
it's
have
just
some?
a drink from.
Can I convince Jovis to drink some of mine?
You're on the toilet.
You've necked a shot.
No, there
What do you
would
mean,
have been
regurgitate
more.
it into my mouth?
I just had a shot. He pulled a whole thing out.
Oh, you don't want to. You shouldn't drink for that. You should have your own glass. Let me pour you some.
Oh, thank you. Let me buy you a drink back. Drinker's logic.
So yeah, because this stuff's quite strong. Roll a Constitution, Dale.
Don't you worry, mate. I got this.
First fail, come on. First fail for that.
One.
I don't think it's even 1d20 plus 6, wasn't it?
Yeah.
One.
Ah, suck a dick, guys!
You
Never
take
failed
it reasonably well. You're like, oh wow, it's quite spicy and refreshing almost.
You actually like it.
Yeah. And you take it reasonably well.
Fuck
I
it, dog.
the door, just type it in. How do you spell Saxon's name? Layton. I'll go spell it like our friend Layton.
It's Lanetton. Tin.
What's up?
Latin.
Got my fucking. My
Cool. So
Hmm.
done, sorted. How
Yeah.
much was my drink here again?
I
Something
think
back
it was
when?
like 10 copper
10
or like
10 silver. I remember it being of silver value, I think.
yeah, I think it's probably like 10 silver then.
Sweet. I was just making use of my little app. I like using it. Leave me
Oh, what, you
alone.
got your
Pro
radius on?
glowing for you guys.
Yeah. He's got his radius on.
Who? What? When?
Oh, Crow's got his radius on. Where's Sachin
Radius.
wandered off to?
I think he was there when you moved him. He hadn't moved his character yet.
No, as in
He shrunk.
real life.
Oh, IRL. Oh, yeah, the doors for him, I think. Find out.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, I know, I won't try it again. I was gonna try and
Meanwhile.
fill it with Leighton.
Jesus Christ. So the radius is so big.
What is radius?
What do you mean? What's a radius?
The radius of what?
Radius of the
Goodness,
circumference
same
of the
fact.
planet. Can you not
Yeah.
see the massive circles
Crow.
appearing around Crow?
Oh, I might be zoomed in too far then. Do it again? No, I
I'm
don't
living
see
in a
nothing.
box. I'm living in a cardboard
Did
box.
everyone else see it then?
Yeah.
No, well, you and
Oh wait,
James
can
could
everybody see it, or is
it?
it just me
See what?
and
Yeah,
James?
not you.
I can't see anything.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
okay.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
Okay, then.
it's DM, isn't it? It's Dungeon Master, not General
Game Master.
Game Master. Yeah, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. GM, what it was.
Has Sir Lon taken his shit yet?
Yeah, he had to
It's still on
quickly
it, mate.
maneuver
Hey, it
to the
was
toilet.
casual, man. I'll come back now and sit back at the table. Just
In fact,
staring at you.
You feel your
It was one of
bowels
those
like
clean
really
ones,
nice and
those quick
empty. Yeah.
You've done me a favour, man. It's been locked up for a while.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, this whole week he's just been hibernating.
But yeah, and I think this is probably like a good time, like to kind of pan over to where it's all at. With Ali, you and your group begin to make your way over to what seems to be a giant like castle wall. You don't remember it ever being like this,
Yeah.
but you've kind of, you know, you were told that this is where you needed to go.
Sorry, please can say that again.
Oh, like you don't remember it being like this, but obviously this is where Vernon told you that this is where it is, like
Yeah.
where you needed to go. And so you come up to the big wooden gate, and Vernon just bangs on the door, and these guards kind of look at you all peculiar and kind of ask what their business is. And Vernon doesn't know what to say at first until he kind of thinks his way into the thinks his way out of the situation, saying, "We're distant travellers, and we've been travelling for several days, and we need to find shelter here." And they're just like, "Whatever," and let them in. To be honest, they're either too drunk or don't really care about what your sob story is, but they let you all in. And as you make your way in, you kind of get all these like weird looks from everyone. Like obviously your clothes are completely different from what everybody's used to, and you notice it does look very Victorian from what you've seen. What do you guys do then? Or what do you do?
Oh yeah.
Shut up, Dale. It's not your turn.
That was Sachin.
I
Oh.
would casually
I was
find
just gulping a drink.
a merchant for a cloak, or to go to the nearest tavern. Really.
Oh, what to
Oh,
like
you're in the
either?
market square.
Yeah, we're in the
My
market
God,
square,
that
so
woman.
I would go to the nearest store where it has a cloak or just outerwear to hide the clothing.
Yeah, there's several like merchants selling sort of clothing, and you easily find like one that you feel like suits you. Um, and they ask you for 5 gold for it.
Okay.
But you don't
Um,
actually have any gold on you.
Then
Haggle.
can I use my persuasion to have them trade?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to persuade them to just give it to you for free.
Well, yeah, I was going to do that, but I was going to do that first and then see if I could, if that
Or basically
fails,
just
then
comes down to
persuade them
sexual
to trade.
favors.
Yeah.
You know, you just won't give me this cloak. No, we don't do that here. What about now?
Brown
Maybe.
70s.
You
Other
are
music
wearing
plays.
like a kind of like a gold ring, and you have like a few earrings.
Hmm. So yeah, trade for the gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be 1d20 or
Yeah, 1d20 plus your persuasion.
my persuasion.
Yeah.
That's persuasion. 13. Okay.
Shit, I need to open the right one up. Yeah, he takes your like ring and earrings and happily like trades it in for this cloak that's rather modest. It's not highly fashionable, but it covers your clothing pretty well.
Cool. Success.
It's,
And
yeah, Vernon and the other members of the team they notice what you're doing, and they also follow suit and start taking off whatever like apparel that they think is valuable and swap it in for one of the more suitable, up to date sort of clothing.
The hell are you wearing?
Actually, I got an idea. What if I go to my medical bag,
Yeah.
write off some herbs, make a drug called Devil's Breath, which allows me to let their consciousness to do what I tell them to do.
You're not aware of this going on there.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
all.
you don't know any of that's happening. yet.
you're
Jesus,
still in the
I can't.
tavern, basically giving James
Diarrhea.
dysentery.
Oh, but
Yeah, so you guys
Hey,
are over.
Laniton, do you fancy going for a walk?
No, I'm too busy brewing up this thing for no reason.
There was a market square where I could have brought something, but I didn't. Why I didn't that time earlier.
Don't worry,
James got
you
a
guys
really
will meet.
awesome saw blade.
Oh shit, he did, didn't he? Got a chainsword.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
JJ stole
and
a gorse rifle.
Vernon comes up to you and it's just like, good idea, Kaylee. We need to find probably a inn or a tavern. It will probably help us figure out what the world is like right now.
Then we should ask the merchant where the nearest tavern is.
Yeah, and he's just like, yeah, if you just want to find like a place to drink, there's a inn just across the river. You'll find it. There's pretty much loads of people going there.
Okay, and then we thank the merchant and we go on our way.
Okay, yeah. It's a little while. It's probably like 20 or half an hour before you reach it. But yeah, and you walk in and what's his name?
Is it the same bar we're in?
Yeah, it's the that you're in, and you guys notice these people walk in through the door looking obviously out of place because they're wearing these clothes that obviously don't really look like something that you'd be wearing out just during the day. Like they're either just like robes on top of like things that you can see kind of protruding outwards and things like that. And there's this one guy who is very big, like walking in, like dribbling from the side of his mouth.
What? Why is he dribbling?
Dribbling.
Yeah,
You'll find out, I guess.
you see him and he
Oh,
you see him and he
okay.
looks a
I
bit
know
like
why.
aimless. And you just see this this guy who's got like a very strange face. It's all like almost like he has multiple eyes all over his face. It's kind of like if his helmet had like eye holes like everywhere, sort of thing. And he just pats this big guy on the back. It's just like, go take a seat over there, and points over to like a chair, kind of on a table just behind yours that you're all sitting around. But do you guys say anything to these like newcomers? Like everybody's kind of taken notice of them and kind of watching them as they walk in.
How many fucking eyes do you have?
He doesn't really
whisper
take
to Benetton whether they know whether he knows what about it. If he's knowledgeable.
Benetton.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
JJ.
JJ.
He spent a lot of time in that library the other week. He might know a thing or two about multiple eye people or something.
This is what the drunk mind of Jovis comes up with. He'd be reading books. He must know.
I didn't really. I would just like just to summon a guitar and just start playing like some airy music.
Can you summon a bagpipe and a fish? Every
The
time.
fish is dead. Get over it.
Hey, Jovis, we can go catch another one.
But
I thought it was a one-off.
yeah, Benetton.
Yeah.
Are you standing up like while you're playing your guitar sort of thing?
Yeah, I'm going to perform. Just like.
The big hulking man kind of like walks past you and like as he does, he's not really aware of you being there and kind of nudges you a bit.
Yeah,
And and your brain flashes and you can't see anything and you fall to the ground unconscious.
Oh, joy!
And the guy
I
just
get up and
continues
have a look.
walking and takes a seat in the chair. It being way too small for him, but yeah.
I'd like to do a medicine to see if I can see what's wrong with JJ.
Yeah.
Because I've just seen him like pass out, and it's a bit disconcerting for my character. I like that guy.
I mean, I guess as I was just conversing with JJ, would I notice too? Could I help?
It's not like people don't notice. Most people just think he's kind of like fallen over from him, like, you know, just being bumped into this big guy.
An instrument and for everyone just fell over, unconscious.
With a 12, you don't exactly know what's wrong with him. He just kind of looks unconscious.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Well,
'Cause
I could come in and offer to help with my medical knowledge just to get him up and going, and obviously to clear the situation quickly.
Yeah. The rest of your party has kind of already gone to sit down next to Bogan. Bogan.
That big guy.
Yeah.
Can I get up and move away?
Yeah. Like you were sitting at the same table as like everybody else, and they're kind of all sitting in the corner next to like a window, which is kind of like behind that table.
Yeah, don't all get up at once, guys. I got up for the table to help JJ.
But
I was sitting down watching.
but yeah, are you gonna try and help him, Ali?
Yeah, so it's D12 and my medicine.
D20 plus your medicine.
Yeah, D20 plus my medicine. Okay.
Okay, yeah. you do what you would normally do with someone that's collapsed, and you try and check his eyes. Can you roll a Constitution saving throw for me?
Constitution saving? Yep, hold on.
Oh dear.
So you get a 0 from it.
11.
So it's just a D20. No bonuses.
D20 11, yep. Okay, cool. D20.
Shit, I lost connection to Star.
Oh, yeah, so did I. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so refresh.
Okay.
God damn it.
Gee darn it.
All these tense
It's
moments.
Crow's bad luck.
There we go.
Refresh.
Ruby wink.
God damn it.
What the fuck is my phone doing? Oh.
Crow is cool, man. Crow is cool.
Server has been interrupted.
Yeah, just refresh and it
Yeah,
should
now
hopefully
mine
work. Oh, God.
Come on.
God, it stopped loading at 0%.
My baby, come my baby, yeah, my butterfly, flutter.
Yeah, they've had some problems with the server for a few days.
Refresh.
Got to 0% and I was like, damn it.
Gathering steam, hatching dragons. Woo! First one in.
Okay, yep.
I was a backup. Not for me.
Roar is in, such as in.
Question is the map going to be in? There we go.
Maps in. Yep.
Cool.
Section has a picture.
Yeah.
fine.
So, roll that Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I was to do it again.
Yeah, so it's just a D20.
Hold on, I'm there where I am. Yep. D20.
Whoa.
Oh, thank fuck.
Okay, yeah.
What the fuck?
wait.
Constitution plus 11?
No, not plus 11. You don't get a bonus from it.
No.
So it should have been 0.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Where did you
One
get plus
more
11 from?
time.
No, it's fine because you still passed it anyway.
That
With
would be the
Okay.
actual score, James.
I
So
see,
yeah.
I see.
And actually, yeah, JJ, you start to feel better.
Yay!
Like, you wake up with a new flood of memories that you don't remember.
Oh joy. It's my favourite.
Don't worry, this happens a lot for our friend here.
But yeah, do you go join your group of people, or do you just try and say sorry for the situation that just happened?
I would say sorry about the situation and then quickly move back to my group.
Yeah, you sit back down and you're surrounded by your team, and yeah, you just see Bogan kind of just sitting there still dribbling, while Cullen is like rubbing his back, just being like, "Shh, it's fine, don't worry, he's okay."
Without touching, I asked if JJ's alright.
Yeah, JJ.
JJ, you're right.
Head.
Any messages in the chat, by the way.
Did I see your hello?
But does anyone else?
No.
Like your last message,
Yeah.
but I shit you not.
No, it's in this chat. Yeah, no, I realised when I reconnected it, there's a slash chat privately, and I was just trying to figure out if I'd done it right, and I think I have. So. Now I can send annoying messages in private.
Bitch!
So yeah,
Oh.
yeah, Vernon asks asks the bartender woman, or yeah, it was a bar woman last time, wasn't it?
It was a woman. I think
Yeah.
she's recovered from her panic and she's now back.
Yeah. But yeah, asks her if there's any news about what's going on around town and what's going on in this part of the part of the world, and she just explains, you know, just the generic sort of, well, you're in, what was it, Nodnol, and
Yeah.
essentially just explains how King Vector is in charge around here, and
Sirloin has slipped into the river. I will save you.
and you kind of all just nod your head and kind of go, yeah, okay, yeah, that kind of explain what's going on, sort of thing. But this is all news to you. You haven't heard of a King Vector before, and Nodnol just sounds like a weird name to you, almost as if it was like come up with on the spot by some curly-haired weirdo.
What?
You okay?
Yeah.
Dale, was that your Constitution saving throw for having piss in your drink?
Wait, what?
Strength check to pull you out.
James was attending the wash down the river. Wait, when did I have piss in my drink?
I pissed in your drink, Dale, says Hutchin.
I whisper.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that took a second by the time I typed
You
up
might have
Madison in, I
whispered,
didn't
but
see it.
unless you whispered to me.
So, yeah, what do you guys do then, obviously, after this incident, and now there's a group of weirdos sitting kind of like behind you guys?
Oh, I need some aspirin for my fucking head now.
I'm not really interested. I think I'll go get a drink.
Can I challenge Laniton to a drinking contest? Wait, how
Yeah.
much money do you have?
Before that, I pull up my herbs.
Laniton,
Get
I challenge you to a drinking
Marijuana
contest.
substance.
Are you
No
mixing...
other substance available, just drinking.
Is that the shipping name for Benetton and Leighton? It's
Oh, no, I
Leniton.
read his, I read his name again. Yeah, you had it as under him.
Oh, wait, did I spell it wrong?
Laniton.
Hey,
Lane.
Eldon.
Oh no, of course, yeah.
Hey, Eldon.
I read it. I broke it up. Lane.
Clicks fingers in front of
Leighton.
face. Are you awake?
I think.
Are you in this story? Meanwhile, Eldon is sat in the same chair he has for 5 days.
I inquire.
Leighton,
is
get
he
back to
still
the
alive?
pub. In.
You have 6 gold, Sachin.
I have 6 gold.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Just to let you know how much money you have. But, yeah, so, are you challenging to a proper drinking contest then?
I have 24 gold and 79
I
silver.
agree to it as long as Dale buys the drinks.
Yeah. How much does 50 silver get me?
50 silver, so that's 5 drinks. Because it's 10 for each.
Sure. Oh,
Shots?
Fuck that.
Oh.
That's not gonna be in there.
No, that's for like a flagon of something. For shots, it's like probably like a 5 silver. So 10.
How much would a gold get me? That's 100.
Yeah, that's 100.
So 50 each.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, wait, no. No, how much would that be? Because 50. Yeah. If 50.
5 into 100 is 20, so 10 shots
Yeah, but
each.
shots of what? Shots of stronger stuff or shots of the regular stuff?
Or are you trying to do
gold.
shots of his sake?
Nah,
How
we'll
much
save, that,
sake do I have?
we'll save that for the road. Don't you
have
worry.
like a gourd on your back that's filled with it.
Oh,
there's
okay. So quite a
10
bit.
shots lined out for
Yeah.
each of us, and we have to train them.
While he's sorting out the drinks, I quietly, without him noticing, make a herbal medicine to counteract the effects of being drunk.
Oh, bitch! I said no medicines at the beginning, but go on then.
No.
Fucking bring it. Perception check.
Just
No,
roll a
Sachin.
perception, Jervis.
No, wait, Sachin.
Mm-hmm.
As a variety of lizard, you actually get
Yeah.
a bonus.
hell.
You get a
Oh yeah.
you get advantage on alcohol
Oh, okay.
because your
Ooh.
body naturally changes it into more of a manageable healing substance, actually.
Okay, cool.
See, this isn't bullshit. Actually, I did research
Yeah.
for this once. There's lizards that can
Yeah, well,
consume...
I'm Jovis.
My
My
constitution.
constitution is unbeatable.
While
Well-
he says that, I just shake my head.
So yeah.
Would,
So
so how would this work? We're gonna do 10 shots to my turn, I guess. How speed this up?
I
Would
was
he
gonna
do
say
double for the first one, or double for each of his, or
no. Wait. Roll as many.
if I
So
do
wait.
10 at once, then it just give me an overall number. Rather than I want to see who passes out on which shot first.
So what are we just doing
So we do
individual
one
ones
per
then?
shot.
Yeah.
Would you like to go first, Leighton?
Yeah, I'll go first. I willingly accept the drink.
With his benefit, what would that do? Like double constitution?
No.
rolls, like
So
10, or
yeah. So he has an advantage on
Advantage.
alcohol
Whilst-
drinking.
If certain one's
Fucking-
10 silver on the counter and walks back to his chair, can I like stick my foot out and just?
Oh come on.
I don't think you want to do that. I really don't think you want to do that. Before it was just like a little petty thing, but that's hurting me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is he still being racist to me, or is he calm?
No,
down
he
now?
hasn't said anything to you.
Okay, cool.
He's,
I just
he's
brought-
not long
I just
come off
brought
his
a drink.
Twitter.
Do it,
Put
do
your
it,
leg out.
do it, do it.
I'll chop off your arm for that.
Yeah. Oh god.
That
Yeah.
is not the valid. What is the like American police? Is
Well, if he
Yes.
shots my arm off, does the laxative effect kick in?
you slightly tripped?
No,
me.
he's already
That's
gone
an
for the,
arm
shit.
you.
I was hoping it's like a recurring segment.
No. Nice one and done sort of thing. But yeah.
Ah,
So
Yeah,
roll
I
your
got a
defense.
1.
Are these defense rolls for Constitution? Yeah.
Constitution saving throws.
Yeah. So 6. Yeah. Cool. Go on then.
Oh, whoops.
Sachin, if you look, it's the little box to the right of your main stuff.
Oh, what's it?
One that's
Like
labelled
the- yeah.
saving throws, and then the one that says
Yeah.
Constitution.
Under
Oh yeah, now I
proficiency
know why I
bonuses.
didn't care because mine's the same.
Well, I got D10, D12, D20, D3, D6, D8.
Oh no, go
crit.
back to your character page.
Oh, my character page. Oh,
Yeah, on your character sheet.
And under
Yeah.
where it should say proficiency bonus to the right of your normal like strength, dexterity and stuff, as your
Yeah.
saving throws. That
Oh, saving
constitution
throw.
number. Yeah. What's your constitution saving
Oh,
throw
Constitution.
number?
It's a 0, so it's just a normal D20.
Oh, bring it!
Yeah,
Fucking plus
yeah.
6 benefit. Do it.
Yeah, it's 0.
So roll it twice and take the better of the two.
Pardon me.
So you
How
click
do I
it
do
and just
that?
hit. You
Oh, so
click
yeah,
on
just hit
D20 and
the-
just hit enter without any number added.
To D20, just enter.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Now do it
Okay,
again.
and again.
Okay.
Fucking at this rate.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
lucky.
he saves against it.
That's all right. And then first shot for me.
Yeah.
Handle it better. We're both good. Your turn.
I'll do it again.
Someone
Yeah.
keep a tally. We're like up to 10. in.
Alright.
Okay, so I've got my tally, getting it ready.
No, yeah, I'm good. I'll go as well.
Okay, again with the.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's
you're
starting
getting
to
a bit
feel it.
drunk.
Ah.
Oh please! This is like gonna test my luck at how long I can roll these.
Yeah,
for.
you pass.
Do I do it again?
I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
probably my lowest Constitution saving yet, isn't it?
And again.
You're out. No, I'm kidding. You got advantage.
You're lucky at those saving throws. That 3 would have fucked you normally.
Okay.
Oh damn!
Okay, Dale's just on point with these.
Do I sober? Am I like literally sober now? Like I need the hardest stuff.
You just aren't even feeling any of this. This is going
do
through you
this.
as easy as if you were just drinking tap water.
Oh, that's
Sachin
all
is
right.
like
I'm
you
on my
know,
6th drink now.
struggled on the second one, did okay with the third, trying to push through it. Okay, Sachin, go again.
I'm Sachin, 2 more.
Go again. How many drinks have we got?
I bought
Lots.
10 each. I bought 10 each.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So yeah, so you passed with that one.
You want to be a clever dick, so. Alright, fine. I'll drink.
I love the fact that that's just a 4 with a cat face. Okay, Jesus Christ, Dale.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, do I do it again?
If you could roll this well with your perception, Jesus.
Yeah, showing you the story of my perception and resection.
Yeah.
Like, massive
rolling
amount
again?
of damage and stuff
Yeah.
happens and nothing. I look around.
Oh, don't need to roll again. You're
Oh
fine.
shit.
Yeah. So with that 20, you finish off the other 2. Oh wait,
Oh,
no,
okay.
wasn't it 5 each?
10 each.
Oh, 10 each. Yeah. So you do 2 more, like in one go.
All right, so I'll write
And
that
he's
then.
good. So 6 4, yeah. Oh, shall I do my next 2 goes in a row then?
You can do.
Catch up.
Yeah.
All right, so
You're taking this as a challenge.
yeah. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, mate.
Oh, yeah.
I love my constitution.
Now go.
Has he taken 4 damage yet?
Oh my god.
And yeah, Jesus Christ. Like seriously, you don't even feel tipsy at all. Like
Just for this right now, I respect Leighton, and we're gonna be best friends in my opinion. Like, after he's my drinking buddy.
so yeah. Come on, we got 4 more.
Oh.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Oh no!
well,
I keep
luckily
forgetting
you-
about the advantage.
Yeah, so-
It catches. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
Shall I
got
roll
advantage,
again?
so
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, of course you got. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh
It-
dear.
Fuck off.
That
Nervous.
last one caught you, and you feel proper drunk. Like you're like starting to dip your head, and you just can't like keep a straight face. Those 2 were not a good idea that you did.
Jovis, go on, finish the game.
Is that game or do I?
Yeah,
like,
he's
rotating through
down.
it?
But if you want to finish his ones,
Go on.
Well, no, I was gonna say normally when the person passes out, that's it. But like, so this is just for fun now.
Yeah.
Is that me winning? Is that me winning for the?
yeah,
the
yeah,
party,
you won.
This is victory round. Go on.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna finish. What's that? 4 for me and 3 for him. Because I'm not letting you drink go to waste.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Oh, bit
That should have
tipsy.
been all right. Yeah. 3. Oh no. So
No.
whatever. Right, that's mine gun. Let's have some of his now.
Oh no.
Yeah,
2. 1 more.
yeah.
I can't keep up.
Don't worry, I'm keeping time. Yeah. So Dale, yeah, like that one that caught you a bit off guard. You like dip down as you're like, oh god, should I have really tried to finish these drinks? And you're like, fuck yeah, down,
Yeah,
down, down,
do
down.
this.
Has he taken 4 damage yet? Like, fell over.
No, he hasn't fallen over yet. But yeah, you're down for the count. You're like kind of
I
like,
like you, Leighton, but you're not quite as good as me.
well, he's asleep on the table.
Yeah. I know. I'm saying that because I'm pissed. I must be like.
Yeah, you're like
by now, at
shaking
least.
him while he's like completely out. And you're like,
You're a good lad, Leighton. You can come again. I'm gonna get a meal and a bed. It's like 3 in the afternoon.
yeah. So, Ali, you and your group kind of see this event happen, and you're just like, well, at least some things haven't changed. At least some people are still just getting completely blackout drunk because they're stupid, sort of thing.
Because I earned some gold on my last quest, you know, you may as well. What am I gonna do? Buy equipment?
Who needs equipment when my constitution's this high?
You know what I mean?
So yeah.
So funny.
What do you guys do then? Obviously, Dell's buying food and a bed, even though it's like 5.
Actually,
Not even that, probably.
I think in celebration, if I'm following my RP and my character so far, I'll buy a whole party a drink
Fair.
before I turn in.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what would that be? Yeah, like
Is that our slot as well?
50 silver.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are like tavern ones, so not tavern ones.
Got,
Flagon
I still
ones.
have 23 gold, 29 silver, and 60 copper.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just 50
All
silver
that
for them.
stuff that I nicked from Ashley. Because he got it from that first tavern.
Mm.
I'm just passed out.
Yeah, yeah. You're laying on the table, but you still have like a drink pulled up in front of you because Dale didn't. It's just like, oh, he might need this when he wakes up.
Yeah, the dog, mate.
You just gotta
But-
do a
Oh
con-
wait, whatever happened to his?
Dale.
Oh no, because you suggested that he didn't need the medicine to
Yeah,
counter
yeah.
drunkenness because his natural ability.
That's
So
my
yeah.
own advantage. Didn't
Because
help.
so he won't wake up with a hangover. He'll feel really refreshed after drinking all that alcohol.
Wait, can I leave a little note with the drink saying "Love you, Jovis"?
Yeah, it's all like really kind of like scribbled. It's like, you know, when you see a child kind of go out with like a crayon.
Yes. Oh God, we haven't even left the tavern yet.
But yeah.
Like,
So I
yeah,
guess
like
this
a-
is like So what is the rest of you guys doing then?
Pro, don't blow up the bank.
Oh, I thought.
No.
So yeah, what are you guys doing then?
Well, I'm gonna basically sleep out the day because I just drunk a pint and then I drank the one that Jovis gave me. I'm fucking done, mate. Good night.
Yeah.
Come on, Crow. Oh, wait. Now I remember what I wanted to do. So
What was that
earlier
when night, are they?
when Kelly's group moved in,
Mhm.
I sent Crow up in the rafters.
Oh, okay.
Can I? Yeah, I did type it way back in chat. You might be able to see it.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Can
responded
ask
with
Crow to
"Pro
do a
me," but he
perception,
didn't.
If you notice any suspicious about them, from like
Okay.
a bird's eye view.
Roll perception.
Is that his perception?
Yeah, with his like benefits
Hang
and
on.
everything.
What's his perception? One moment. I think I wrote
It
it
was
down.
bloody good if I remember.
Yeah, he.
Yeah.
I think it was like a plus.
Perception +4.
Yeah, I was going to say +4. One for each eye, or extra eye.
Oh, thank you, fucking Crow. Now.
Yeah, I feel like that probably falls more into him doing the thing where he's just like, "Can you go up in the rafters and have a watch over those people for me?" And he just does the, no, but still flies up there anyway.
Yeah, no.
And yeah, so what's
I love
everybody else
this
doing
game.
then?
I'm just to start performing again. Actually, can I see if I can borrow Lennerton's bagpipes that you mentioned?
Yeah, Leighton's bagpipes are just kind of there on his back.
While he's passed out, I'll just like take them and use them to perform. So I haven't had an actual instrument in ages. It's just been spectral ones.
Actually, guys, do you mind if I just quickly go for a pee?
No.
Perfect. Be right back.
Hey guys, his recording's still going. He'll see this in edit, so this makes some funny jokes. JJ, go.
Yo.
I love this shit. It's just so random.
Oh, we could all be deadly silent.
What do you call a mountaintop guarded by rogues?
I don't know, JJ.
A sneak peek.
Oh god.
I'll go.
Oh dear.
Why do paladins prefer chainmail?
I don't know, JJ.
Because it's holy armor.
Come on, guys, these are good.
Ooh. How do you know that necromancer is a nerd? If he lives with his mummy. I'll go. Goodbye.
Yeah, but guys, how many barbarians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
I don't know. How many barbarians does it take?
4. 3 to figure out what the heck a light bulb does, and 1 to spend the rank to do it, to get it done. I guess I don't get it. I don't get it.
Why do dragons refuse to eat paladins?
I don't know.
Because they taste so lawful.
Ah. Your mum is so fat. Undersized category is just saying, damn, your mum. I don't get these jokes are terrible. Who wrote this site? I'm putting a complaint.
How do you get these
Jokes
that
from?
go out with you?
How?
You asked them for a D8.
Ah,
Hello.
Hello.
no one was laughing at JJ's jokes.
I know, I'm so bad. Okay.
What jokes?
Nothing. You'll see it in the edit.
Ah. Who's watching a program?
Ali,
Yeah.
can hear your telly.
Ah, my bad. They want you to do.
So yeah, is Dell still not here?
That's back here. Oh yeah, can you link me to the photo guide so I could check out some of these?
Sorry, I was chatting away. I muted my mic, didn't I?
Details.
You're
before?
passed out, mate.
What do
Yeah.
you want to know?
I congratulated
The
you on your.
photo guides with some of these like details for like my characters, like abilities like bite and cunning artisan and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I popped in to see how it was and see that skills and stuff for linking to something else.
I'm loving the
Also,
fact
yeah,
that-
JJ, I only heard the punchline of D8 for date about getting a date with someone. So, yay, whatever that was, well done. Sarcasm.
Ah, so when I said nobody reacted to the jokes, you actually did. But you
I
had to
did, but
pause.
I was, yeah,
But
I,
you were away
I
from
muted,
the
I muted it before I left. I don't normally on the physical thing, but I thought, oh, I make use of actually pressing a button for once. Instantly forget, so press the button.
So yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I want
Like-
to take Lenton's bagpipes and play a good go with it.
Yeah, that would be a performance then to see if you can play them.
Wait, what? Who has bagpipes?
Leighton does.
Can I talk to them?
No.
I'm so lonely.
Wait, JJ, I just realised something.
Huh?
You can just bloody take it. He's passed out.
Yeah.
But this is performance, isn't it?
Yeah, this is
Oh,
see
yeah.
how good I am at
Oh,
playing.
so you casually took it, and this is the performance to play with it.
Yeah.
There you
no,
go.
You didn't really get to practice the last time, but you give it a good go, and it sounds all right. But obviously, it's bagpipe, so it still sounds like.
Just for RP, I cry myself to sleep because I miss the bagpipe.
You think this is all
I
in your
hear
head?
I enjoy the music, so I'd like to dance to it.
Yeah, that's your performance role then.
You all can sat there for 5 days and hit me and goes, "Oh, this is my jam!"
I think he's danced it every time I've performed the song, actually. Thinking
Yeah.
about it.
That is true, yes. And he's always done well. Sometimes he
Yeah.
acts on you. Yeah, always he has. He's always done better than your performance.
And yeah, you're popping, you're locking, you're doing those like crazy sort of like head spins.
Everyone else starts clapping along.
Yeah.
Not really interested in the music. more
Yeah, I
in
was gonna
dancing.
say no one's really impressed by this music, but more about his dancing.
I didn't mean for this to
Yeah.
happen.
I'm
And-
upset. I'm missing this.
It's just like, for fuck's sake.
Right, that's it. I'm the kick this up a notch. I'm the chat the
If only you hit crit, you probably wait late enough.
and summon an electric guitar to wow the audience.
You don't know what
my
an
God.
electric guitar
I was
is.
gonna say, does that even exist?
I'm the I'll just
Did he
summon.
invent it?
Ah,
He does summon random and just gets electric guitar.
You summon a guitar that shoots electricity.
Yeah.
What if you combine your guitar with that strange gun that you don't really know
No,
what's
I'm not
about?
using that in the tavern.
Blows a hole out the side of the tavern. God damn
What, you've never heard of the Gauss guitar?
it. Yeah.
Down, 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 down.
I think that's Gousty.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What time of day is it now? Still? Have we moved much time progression since we said
My
that we
guy's
were
got
Um,
a bed, I know that much.
You can hear the familiar sound
Sleep
of the
then,
rain
so-
pouring down as it reaches 6 o'clock.
Oh, okay. How much is it for a room? I've gone to my room. I'm not really steeping, but
Oh yeah, I never paid for the room price. I paid for drinks, didn't I?
Hmm.
how much for a room, buddy? Is it like 10 silver again?
I think
No,
it was
I
a gold for the
Yeah,
room.
I think it was a gold for a room. Because you
Alright.
wouldn't be paying the same price for a drink as you would for a room.
Yeah, well, it might be like a discount thing. You buy some drinks, you get a cheaper room.
If not, it's very expensive.
God, that means that fucking Dale would have a very,
He lives
very
here.
cheap. Um,
Yeah. By this point, I've actually married the bar woman.
well, you almost did in the other place, so.
And our 2 sisters.
Well, I was working my moves on it. Took her umbrella because I thought it'd come in handy, and then actually happened.
And you still have that umbrella to this day.
I know,
then
right?
Ashley
and fuck
found
you for
himself
trying
a
to push me
girlfriend,
out
didn't
any
he?
time at this.
Ashley ended up finding up a weird
A
kinky
librarian.
librarian. Yeah.
Wait, why do you take the umbrella?
Oh,
Does he
It was
want
a
no
metal
umbrella?
umbrella that resisted the acid
No one
rain.
tell him.
Of course, I
No
know.
one tell him.
He would know of this universe,
No,
wouldn't he?
he would
Traveling.
not. He just arrived here from the east.
yeah. He doesn't know of the strange weather,
Let
but
him
he
find
did
out.
travel through it.
Oh, so does anything happen to this traveler?
No, because he's in the tavern, he's just like, you know, like hearing the raindrops on the outside as it kind of bats against the window. Same with you, Ali. You and your group kind of like look out to the rain and notice like this small sort of steam rising up as it falls to the ground.
If you want to know why he has an umbrella, you have to ask him. You ask his character.
Well, he has to find out that he has an umbrella to begin with.
Correct.
Also, I'm asleep and he's unconscious, so.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. He's just like dead on the table.
Yeah, I've gone to my room. I paid my fee.
Ali, what are you and your team doing? Vernon's just kind of was sitting there listening to the bagpipes, kind of enjoying the music, while Bogan was dribbling at the table.
Ali? Ali?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Ah, sorry.
It's alright.
Right. We've been listening and obviously watching you guys drink yourself into a stupor, and then
Note to self.
and then Vernon comes up with the idea of us going to talk with you guys. Try to make conversation, try to find out what's been happening and if there's any possible jobs to get income. So, persuasion.
Yeah, well said. He sends off the more like intellectuals of the group, kind of going around finding people that look like they either might be looking for hire or are intelligible about the area.
Yeah.
And that includes you. I'm assuming you go for the group that's been showing off the most.
Yes, the group that has been going, oi, yay, and drinking.
Yeah, you approach them, and obviously Dale's already gone off to his room.
Yeah, I feel like I
and,
shouldn't have gone to bed so quick after my meal.
and yeah,
My guy went, fuck it.
Yeah, you joined.
Leighton's
Join me.
passed out on the table. The only real people that are around are
A dancing half orc and a guy playing the accord.
bagpipes. Yeah.
Bagpipe, yeah.
How does one dance to a bagpipe? Answer me this.
You
Let
should
me-
take skills.
Is it like a weird kind of slow dance? Is like
Yes.
I was breakdancing. I was spinning on my head.
yeah.
With that roll, yes, you were.
He's probably like,
It'd been great if we rolled a 20 and everyone just like loved and got all gushy over you. Oh my god, this girl's amazing!
Well,
Like if
Throwing
we
their
rolled a 20,
undergarments at you.
he'd wake up Leighton.
And I'm just glad that I'm
Yeah.
passed out drunk, so I don't have to.
There you
hear
go,
any
Dale.
bagpipe.
Wait, have you found a dancing to a bagpipe?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Watching this now.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
okay, that makes sense.
But look, you should definitely post this to,
Yep,
in the group
Exactly
chat.
what I was doing.
I did post it in the group chat.
I went like on Roll20.
Yeah. Oh.
Bitch.
okay, I'm going to roll 13.
Well,
Ooh,
scroll down slightly on
I know
this
it's
web
not plus
search,
13.
and there's a random woman.
Oh,
wearing
yes.
Maybe your
sunset.
modifier.
Yep. Hold
Oh,
on.
Wait,
my God.
13?
I've already gone over this.
Oh.
Yep, don't worry, I'm on it. Da, 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 da.
Why is there a girl twerking to bagpipes? Why is that picture Cosmin Flilligan bagpipe beat? It's just like, oh yeah, I'm so sexy. Oh my god, there's another one. It was just like belly dancing and bagpipes.
How do you get from bagpipe dancing to a woman holding a rifle?
Well, it was this image slightly further down. That first link, just a,
Bagpipe beat thing.
just a few rolls down, and there's a woman in like red lingerie / like
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Indian attire. Yeah, and then you follow that link, and there's a woman holding an AK. Or not an AK.
So yeah, you okay over there, Ali?
Yeah,
this
I'm
one.
just I'm just getting it up. Okay, so it's for persuasion,
It's +2.
saving, +2. Yep,
Oh.
that's it.
I'd like to see more, Sachin. Not gonna lie.
Bagpipe beat. What does that even mean?
I was gonna say it's literally just the rest of it is bagpipes. There's no sexy women in it.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, you still did really well.
I still did good.
Yeah, with a crit you would have gotten the same score. Yeah, so you approach JJ and Rory, and you seem very approachable. You've dealt with people before, and you seem quite like nice towards them, as opposed to quite abrasive as some of the other people are being with thinking that's how people act in this sort of place.
Yeah. So hi, do you possibly know what the layout is? Is there any jobs available? Anything at all?
That's the JJ and Rory. Wake up.
JJ, Rory, do you know if there's anything happening apart from you playing your accordion?
We've just got back from an adventure, but
Ooh.
Who cares about anything other than bagpipes and dancing?
You try speaking when you're playing the bagpipes at the same time. 1 second.
That's just playing a Wookiee, isn't it?
It's like
I would put my glass would have made a better sound, but no, it's stuck on Wookiee at the moment.
Oh no, not Wookiee.
I
No,
just
but
saw
if you're-
past that drug.
Looking for a job, you can always go to see if you can get a meeting with Serena. She's usually got some good jobs at hand.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
she's my bae.
I so
better
tried. Sachin, you missed. I so tried to get edge my way to this like really posh estate, and the only way I got in was this JJ's butler.
You're my butler, bitch.
I didn't convince anyone. And then what was it? I tried to steal a cream egg because I really wanted an
You
egg,
leave that cream egg alone.
and I
And then
definitely.
Rory came out with like 5 and 8 eggs worth in oats.
Yeah, you were beaten up because they thought that you had stolen her Fabergé eggs.
Yeah, the golden
Which I
egg,
thought-
and I was like, it's only a cream egg. No.
Meanwhile,
yeah.
I just walked in and like, yeah, come on, get out of the way, peasants.
And Danielle was there making
If
her
you'd
tea.
like, I could get you an audience with Serena tomorrow.
Oh,
Ooh.
I just remembered all the things you did with Serena.
Wait, what?
Remember he did the boombox
slept
thing.
with her.
He did the
I remember
boombox
him
thing,
casting
standing
some
outside in the
spell
rain.
To have her love heart always appear, so she just makes herself feel like she's more in love with him. But
Do you not remember him outside playing music while getting rained on? So it got loads of like just then passed out, and then she dragged him in and looked after him. Do you not remember
What?
any of that?
Yeah,
did I go AFK for a while at that point?
You may have,
I
by the
disappeared
sounds
once
of
or
it.
twice.
because he was
Well, the
playing.
first time I went AFK, you cut a man's dick off.
Oh yeah,
And the second time this must have happened.
Why do you always
What
go
do you
AFK when I'm
do,
doing awesome
JJ?
shit?
he was playing. Do you? I want to know what love is.
Oh yeah. Next one.
I know what
Yeah,
love
but-
is. Drip, 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 drip. My brain is melting.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So you introducing her to?
Yeah. So yeah. That's pretty much as much information as you get from these two, because that's really all they know is that they've been on an adventure for the library.
Did we exchange names yet? Or you don't-
I don't know.
Was
Would
it one of
you
those,
introduce
like,
yourself by
You guys
name?
are useless.
I would say,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
I would introduce myself as Kayla, and then obviously ask about or for the information as gently as possible.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, they just explain how they've been on an adventure looking for artifacts for the what's it called, museum. There we go. And that Sabrina is also quite high up in the. She's like the lady of this city, and she would tend to have like high-paying jobs or just jobs of any kind, like of importance, really.
Cool. And with this information, I thank them and return to my group to relay the information to Vernon.
Vernon's just like, oh, well done, Kayla. It's good to know that we have some people reliable over here. These idiots aren't exactly the most linguistic sort, are they?
And I go, yeah, not really. And then obviously I turn around and everyone has passed out through drunkenness or excitement.
I like your group.
Why didn't you marry that group then?
And yeah, the other lot come back and they're just like, we found out that there's lots of different jobs going around with availabilities, but nothing that stands out as anything different to what we had.
Have you still been spinning on your head trying to find Roy? You just now spot. Please, someone stop me! I have a problem. This is really putting us straight. Fuck's sake.
So yeah, like you just see the guy with like the guy wearing the like helmet with loads of eyes, just still trying to comfort Bogan, saying don't worry, we'll be able to find something. We'll be able to find a job, sort of thing. And yeah, he just kind of dribbles more onto the table.
Is anyone in our party concerned about the guy?
Well, I went to sleep.
drooling?
Yeah, I didn't fuck. I'm asleep. I had a good meal, a good drink, and I'm in bed.
After shit we've seen on our adventures, that's normal.
Yeah, you should have seen the guy we saw in a big hole. I mean, he was there. No one pushed him in there. Promise.
Remember, what's happened at the hole stays at the hole.
Well, they might follow this home.
Don't say that!
For fuck's sake, I've just read the worst pun ever.
What?
How does Moses make his tea?
Oh.
He brews it. I'm serious. Is really how he does it. Dying.
Yeah, Jolene kind of brings out her like she brings out what it looks like a pocket watch to everybody else, but you know what this is, Ali. And
Yeah.
When she places it on the table, it kind of glows, and you see like from your point of view, it would be where you are right now. And
Yeah.
then it kind of like shrinks and then kind of expands again to show where everything else that you remember is. And yeah, she kind of goes, so if this is where we are, then we just need to go here, and we'll be able to pick up the rest of the things that we need. And Vernon's just like, see, I told you it was here. We'll be able to find it if we just look for the right place.
And I would agree, though I keep my ear towards the other group to see what they're talking about, but most of them obviously are currently passed out, so I'll keep my ear to the wind just to see if anybody else is talking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so what do the rest of you guys do apart from obviously eating wrappers by the sounds of it?
Yeah, who is that?
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. Somebody's eating. Or they're doing the thing like going, I'm sorry, I can't eat you, I can't hear you.
Oh no, he's rolling. I bet you're rolling, aren't you? Rolling?
What?
You rolling a fag?
You pleb,
Yeah.
you're meant to be passed out. How are you doing that?
It's just what's taking place in my head
Oh god.
while I'm sleeping.
Well, you do actually come from the place where you know, like medicinal herbs are smoked and things. So.
Yeah, medicinal. Yeah, fucking
What he's
right.
saying is you should definitely smoke a joint, but no, bad Max.
If someone's got a headache in a party, I'd be like, I haven't got any paracetamol, but I'd have this.
Don't drop that to the roof.
I bet Kaylee has paracetamol.
Not high enough dose. Wink.
Predictions.
Oh
Okay.
god, no. It says ibuprofen. Shut up! But yeah, so what do you guys go on to do then? Like, do you just spend the night there, I guess?
We,
Play
yeah.
and then crash.
Yeah, okay. You all manage to find a way to stay the night. You essentially kind of play it off as if you don't actually have anywhere to go because you're new in town, and are able to, you know, persuade her enough to give you a night free. But yeah, so once again the time passes by, and actually Crow is still keeping his eye on the group as they kind of
Oh, thanks, Crow.
No.
no, discuss things in the
Do you want me to roll another perception for him? See if he saw what happened last night?
no, without like without all the distractions of other people being around, because remember he has like multiple senses that are all being stimulated by everyone. But
yeah.
because it's just their group at night, once again she brings out the like pocket watch and displays where you are, and zooms in more and more, and it actually gives you a layout of what the underground is like right now. And you see that under the city is where you need to go, and you just need to find your way there through what you walked past being the bank.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you find that and begin to plot your sort of your heist, as it were, to enter the facility, because obviously
what does Crow gather from that? Does he just gather that there's some flashing lights on a table?
Kind of. He does have like a high enough intelligence to understand that you know, like what caves and things look like, but
Okay.
he wouldn't have any sort of real words to describe it other than a light map.
That's that's plenty of information. When I wake up and he tells me that, I'll be like, what?
So yeah. So yeah, essentially you spend the night just kind of sleeping on the benches and things, like where you can, and the morning starts to rise again as the rain begins to stop at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So it kind of rains from 6 to 6, as it were.
Okay.
And yeah, do you actually go to sleep, or do you
I
have too much on your mind?
I would be trying to sleep, but I would have infrequent. It would be infrequent sleep, so I'll go to sleep for an hour, wake up, same. So it's more like a non-existent sleep, but I have been asleep. So
Okay, and
Is it 6 a.m.?
yeah, 6 a.m.
Think
6
given
a.m.
early
That's
night,
when my
could-
character gets up.
Yeah, could I wake up? Me and James tend to wake up early.
Yeah,
I want to talk to Crow to ask what he found, and then I obviously know what.
yeah.
Yeah.
He relays to you that the weird group looked at a light map and just kind of goes, "Don't know."
All right, I'm gonna go in with Crow on my shoulder into like the main part of the tavern to see if any of that group has woke up.
It's on later
The
in
guy,
night, so I'm in there.
the big guy, Bogan, he's still kind of laying on the table dribbling.
Okay.
With the smaller guy who has like the multiple eye helmet, kind of like with his feet up on the table that Bogan's resting on, and just laying back in his chair. And who we know as Vernon is you know, kind of sleeping. He's an older sort of gentleman, just kind of like you know, catching up on his sleep so that he has enough energy. But
All right, I give Crow his morning breakfast,
breakfast.
and then I ask him if he wants to sit up on the rafters again to keep an eye out.
Obviously, his response is no,
No.
and then flies up and keeps in the rafters again. No, it's
You need him to teach him the word yes.
prick.
No, I don't. It's his charm. I used up a ration there because I usually feed him one of my rations. He likes them.
Breakfast. Yeah, he just noms away at the it's probably like jerky sort of thing, or like
Yeah.
meal. And yeah, so
He really likes it.
yeah, he waits up in the rafters. And what are you doing?
I'm not going to buy a drink. I'm just going to sit down closest to the fire.
Yeah.
Is it lit? 'Cause that's a fun day if it isn't.
Yeah, it's actually been lit by another gentleman from the weird crew who is actually wearing like armor,
Okay.
and this armor's very like what you would see as foreign. It's not armor that you've seen before, apart from in like when you've seen some of the elven people walk around in their like battle armor. And he's just there like wiping his long sword sort of.
Alright, in that case, I'm going to go over and sit next to him by the fire.
Yeah. He's still just wiping his blade with like a wet rock, as it were, trying to keep it sharp.
I
So you just hear
compliment
this-
him on his blade.
Yeah, it's quite a fine blade. It's not like yours where it's double-edged.
No.
It's a one-sided blade, and obviously what we would know as a katana. And yeah, he just replies with gozaimasu. Wait, no, gozaimasu is the wrong word. It's arigato. Yeah, there we go. As he continues to have the blade stone go across the blade, going sort of thing.
Okay. I just sort of unsheath my greatsword and just put it like in front of me.
Yeah.
And on the side, almost in a gloating sort of way, and then sit back in the chair.
Yeah, he notices and kind of like raises an eyebrow.
Can I co-join him and unsheath my sword?
Ring.
Pulls out his penis.
It's phallic symbol time.
My dick's bigger than your dick. Welcome to the new show. Well, considering my other D&D campaign is called Dicks Out for D&D, so... But, yeah, do you legitimately want to wake up at this time, or... Because it's a bit early for your character than normal, but you can if you want.
Crow, go wake JJ.
Yeah.
No. Okay, don't then.
Ah,
Okay.
And, yeah, so he just kind of sits next to you, next to the fire, and kind of starts to let his blade like dry off from the whetstone, and sheaths it back up. You hear the like long as it slides into it. But yeah, his armor is really weird. It's not like it almost doesn't look like metal. It looks more like kind of like granite almost. But yeah. So what is everybody else doing? Because time will just kind of like pass by until everybody's awake.
Am I still drunk? Passed
I am
out?
awake.
You'd probably be waking up at this point, probably from, just the fact that the alcohol's worn off and you're feeling really refreshed as opposed to hungover.
Oh, fair enough.
Can I shake him awake then?
I
Sorry.
hear the commotion and sort of just do like a little like stare of this like disapproval stare, and then get back to look at the fire.
Sorry.
Disapproval stare of Leighton.
Leighton.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, Leighton, you've got your alcohol still in front of you.
Oh, Leighton, didn't you manage to finish the drink I got you last night?
I said I'm okay, I think can take it easy, then give him to drink.
All right, I'll drink it. Don't you worry. that's my breakfast.
Oh no.
Yeah. The woman starts to come out and yeah.
Oh, that went down nice.
And she comes out with a bowl of like porridge essentially, and kind of puts it in front of you, Dale.
What? I ain't bought it yet.
3 breakfasts.
Yeah.
Yay.
She
Don't
just
complain.
says it's
I
on the
bought so
house,
many
and then
drinks. Yeah.
she
Oh,
she ruffles
lovely.
your hair as she walks back to behind the bar.
He thinks you're a kid.
I turn to Leighton and go, I think I poured.
Jervis is unaware.
But yeah, so what's the rest of you guys doing then?
I'd like to wake up.
Okay,
No.
yeah, it's like getting to like 8 o'clock now by the time you wake up. The guy has the guy who was sharpening his blade has now walked back over to the table with everybody else.
Oh, what? I've definitely sheathed my sword then. I was only had it out to show off. Fucking hell.
And yeah, like you actually kind of no wait. Well, there's this one guy who's like overly confident and it's just like we need more swords. How are we ever going to defend ourselves if we don't all have weapons?
Do I hear this?
Yeah, he's not being quiet. He's like very militant about it. He seems like he's got like shortcut hair, pretty much like mine, and is just like shouting like how we're unprepared, and that they need to find a way to provide themselves with materials and equipment.
Is there any rolling, or can I just ask, hello, good sir, are you preparing for?
As a show of force, I bring out the chainsword and put it while
Fuck's
running
sake.
on the table.
So are you walking up to the table where they're all sitting at?
Yeah,
Okay. Start revving up the fucking.
with
Chainsaw.
Jervis.
Yeah, I'll keep him on the tabs. Jesus.
As you like rev it up next to the table, the guy turns around and is just like, "Why don't?" He goes, Where did you get? And then the table flips towards you. Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
Both of us.
No.
Times.
If you're both in front of the table, yeah.
Yeah, he's with me.
Well, like, yeah, I'm kind of walking alongside.
I guess he can have advantage because he's shorter, you know?
Oh, it's a table.
It goes over his head.
Yeah, it just
Alright.
doesn't even affect me. It hits James first.
Okay, that hits you.
It's there.
For how much damage?
One second, I'll do it for both of you. If it hits him. Okay, it hits both of you.
Quick, can I also... I have athletics, right?
Yeah.
Can I use athletics to try and block with my sword?
Can I just roll out of the way?
That's what the dexterity check was for.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah,
wanna
if you
try
want to
and
use
use
athletics to see if you can half the damage at least.
As a saving throw. Right?
Okay, yeah.
What's going on?
Dale, do you want to try and use your athletics as well?
May as well.
Just see if you can half. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we do it in sync.
So yeah, you
What
both
level
take
was it, right?
1 damage
Okay.
from this table. Like you're able to like sort of like block it and then roll with it.
So it tickled me.
We're
You
just
both
laughing
take
at the table.
But the big guy who's drooling was the one who like had stood up and flipped it at you guys at the sound of the revved chainsaw.
Alright, an RP. Why the hell did you rev your chainsaw, Sirloin? I was trying to have a conversation.
Wait, he has a chainsaw?
Chainsword.
Yeah.
Oh, he said a chainsaw, so what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a chainsaw sword. If you've ever seen that.
It's pretty
Um,
cool.
Oh
I
shit! Yeah,
explained to
yours.
Jovis that it was a show of power.
I forgot a chain sword
We're trying
wouldn't
to
have.
be diplomatic here. We're
But I
trying to
use
find out
examples that you
information.
understand. I'll be like,
Yeah.
it's like when you drink like 10 pints to their 1, you know? And then you're like,
Oh, just nod in agreement and then think, where did I leave my drink?
Yeah, you see that the table that you had your drink on has been knocked over by the other table.
How phased are they that we just don't give a shit and just having this conversation about drinking chainsaws?
Yeah, the guy who was talking about needing to be prepared comes up to you, James, and actually like grabs your wrist and it's just like, "Where did you get this?"
Oi! Don't touch my phone.
first off, I put away from him
Hmm.
and say, the market square.
He turns to you, Ali, and it's just like, well, to you and your group, and it's just like, it seems like there's some of these things still lying around.
Wait to see our ghost rifle, sniper rifle.
Ali,
Yes.
do you react to that at all?
I calmly go. I calmly laugh
Laugh?
and ask. Well, I sorry.
Just react to him coming over to you and saying there seems to be some of these weapons still around.
And I would say, really, would you mind telling me where or if there is any possible way of finding them?
Okay.
Was that to
yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you wanted to see some of these other stranger weapons, the library is a good place to check. They have a
Museum.
whole exhibit of museum. Yeah. Don't go to the library. It's boring there. The
They have
museum.
50 Shades of Grey there.
Oh.
Hey, that's a very good book.
The guy that sent us on the mission, he took back a number of relics and stores them there.
And we liberated a couple.
Mm,
Ghost
interesting.
rifle.
Is that guy called the Collector by any chance?
No.
Yeah.
What was
Wait
his
till you
name
meet him, you'll love
actually?
him. That would
Uh,
work.
Shit, I can't remember what his name
Okay.
was.
Professor Griswold.
Wait, the professor that we went with?
Yeah.
I thought it was Simon, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, that
it
was
was
the
Simon
first.
Wright.
Yeah.
Simon
Ah,
Wright.
you're
Yeah.
not wrong there.
He's
Professor
not a-
Griswold!
See, I may be RPing drinking as well as Jervis. I still remember shit.
Well, I would say thank you, sir. Would you happen to know where the museum is located?
Because I have a map, because money.
Ah.
I point out on the map where it is.
Did last time, yeah.
Yeah, you point it out, and yeah, it's over here.
Cool, cool.
Can I ask Sir Lloyd? Because he bought a nice lot of equipment last time. Whether he thinks it's worthwhile for me to buy some better equipment at the shop he went to.
I asked Jovis what he has as weaponry.
Because I haven't got anything, so I have a great axe, and a light crossbow.
Holy shit, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What's happening?
Actually, do you die?
What
Sat-
happened?
What are
sorry.
you doing, Sachin?
I went to grab my charger for my laptop because I was about to die.
Why does it sound like a packet of crisps?
When you move
I
anything
may have
on a laptop,
also
it just also
picked up a packet of crisps.
seems
Okay.
legit. So,
So, yeah.
Lauren, do you think I should get equipment? Because I've only got my basic great axe that I started with.
I direct Jovis to the door in a sort of okay, let's go shopping sort of motion.
Yeah, would you take me with you?
Crow! Come on, Crow! Now! Crow!
And before you
Oh.
leave, I say thank you, and then me and my group start wandering over to the museum.
I do like a really polite sort of bow, because, this is actually the first polite lady we've seen.
Yeah, could
No,
I
but that
ask
isn't like a
Leighton
dragon.
if he wants to join us?
Or an old woman.
Leighton, would you want to join us?
Wait, how many other women have you seen that aren't
We
both
saw the
polite?
librarian, but I didn't really interact with this person.
Yeah.
Well, there was the woman that got duped by Ashley, and then the woman
Didn't
that
really react
actually
with her
slept
either.
with him.
Yeah, I was
So-
gonna say, like, there's no woman that you've interacted with that hasn't been polite.
Well, they got on with
I
that.
haven't reacted with anyone, really.
With no, Vane. Was it Vane?
Yeah.
Anyway, I bow in a polite way and then show Jovis to the door.
Leighton, would you like to accompany us to the weapon shop?
Yeah, I was gonna say I could tag along.
Yeah, as you say that, the
I said that.
the short haircut militant guy starts to like tag behind you, not trying to seem like he's following, but totally is. And Vernon says to the guy looking after the big guy, just go to the place that we're going to be visiting and just keep a lookout, okay? And yeah, he replies with, yeah, sure.
Can I do a private message? Can I privately sort of tell Benton to sort of keep an eye on things?
Wow. Funny because I was literally about to go under secretly tail of.
Yeah, so you can discuss that with each other before, because they're the ones leaving. You guys are the ones that are obviously might be staying.
As we push,
Are we
as
aware
we
that the guy's
continue.
following us?
What?
Are we aware that the guy's following us?
was
Yeah,
just
he's
gonna
not
say,
trying to be secretive about
Come on,
it, but he's
Nathan, go
also
for it.
not purposely he just heard that there's weapons and decided that it would probably be a good idea to follow you.
Wait,
Drag
Leighton, stop
Drag
getting in the
yourself
river.
over it
Get
later,
over
yeah.
Alright, I'm coming.
Can I push the boat out a little bit? I know it's not good in my history, but can I do a perception check to see whether they've following us?
Yeah.
Just alright, fucking. I think.
Also, Jervis,
Yeah,
before you
follow
go
and
that
help
way, I need to
myself
go to the
again.
bank.
Oh, I guess I'll follow you as you were leading me.
Why do you need to go to the
Well,
bank? Don't you still
yeah, it
have
was a -1, wasn't it?
I only have 38 on me.
God,
Yeah.
what happened to the rest of it?
I put it away, remember?
Fucking every time. I always roll a 1 when I do perception check.
Yeah, you're too busy talking to Leighton, and that little bit of the morning drink has made you a bit cheerier and less, you know, on
Did I
your
fall
edge.
over and hurt myself because of...
No, it wasn't a natural one, but it was close.
Ah,
All over again.
You
It's
trip,
just
but
like-
you just hit me and don't do damage. So
Such,
steady
it's
on
actually, you'll
Jervis.
see, this is my luck in this game. I can drink fucking 20 drinks in a row, no effect. I try and look in a 360-degree angle, and I genuinely hurt myself.
As Joven falls over, I just disappointedly shake my head to left to right.
Well, it's not that
Luckily,
he falls
it
over.
wasn't
He's
a
like,
natural one. Yeah, I've just kind
Yeah.
of not.
Do you know
Yeah,
when you
he-
trip over your own feet but you don't fall on your face?
yeah.
Oh,
It's
but
not
I
like
still shake my head from left to right disappointedly. Just
Thing is, I tried to walk and chew gum at the same time. Maybe we'll get that right.
Alright, if anyone else wants to do their stuff, if not, I'll say what happens when I get to the bank. Anyone want to do their bit?
yes.
Alden hasn't done anything.
roll up a marijuana cigarette.
Okay.
You mean your herbs that you have? Wink.
Herbs.
Yeah, the herb
Herbs.
remedies that I may have procured on my journeys,
Totally legal herbs.
which I hide in.
Actually, they are legal in
a
this
bag.
time.
Yeah, of course.
Because I think it. I'm not sure if it would. No, you would have marijuana, and then
Because
there
he's
would
from
also be
Sac
people who smoke opium. So unless you're
Yeah.
smoking from like a pipe for your opium, then
Are you chasing the dragon?
I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to have a light, mellow eye.
So yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like you're having like a, you know, because there's a upper and a downer weed, isn't there? So
Yeah.
you're probably having the one that kind of like makes you mellow and relaxed, and but like still keeps you aware. You're not like, you know, all flighty and want to touch everything.
Yeah, I have built up an experience over the years.
Yeah,
With my
I'm
medical.
definitely curious. Could I try some
if he
Oh,
wants you to.
later?
I look at him. Are you sure?
It affects small people like you a lot more than it does me.
Yeah. I think I had on my drink yesterday. All right. Could I try some?
I reckon
Yeah,
it'd
the-
be like constitution with a
Yeah,
deep-
with
I
a
pass
negative
him.
effect.
Rolled.
So yeah, this will be a.
Yes. Okay. What would I roll for this?
This is another Constitution one.
with disadvantage, probably.
Does it
Um,
below it? Or...
'Cause,
Yeah,
it's
this is your
40, you said
first
yourself.
time
Yeah,
smoking.
yeah, yeah. That's
so
what I was going for. I don't know how you roll disadvantage.
you
Try
just roll it
twice.
twice and take the worst of the two. Okay. I bet the worst. Yeah. You feel
Not too bad.
tingly, and everything feels a lot more feelingy to you.
See,
I
Dale, that
love
was a
this.
constitution roll, but it wasn't alcohol, so you failed it.
You know what?
And-
It's really weird, isn't it? It's the lowest roll I've got yet.
and you start to like touch like your clothing, and you're like, this feels really good. Like,
What is life?
like this.
I look
this-
at him and disappointedly shake my head left to right.
And as you do, like he gets this effect of like multiple like you know, your head's like kind of doing that like choppy frame sort of thing. Where it's just like
I'm watching a CCTV footage back.
no, you know, when they do those psychedelic moments where it has
yeah.
repeats of the same sort of thing trailing behind it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Same thing with like everybody walking past you. They're all like leaving weird people trails. And everything just feels really good.
I can see Jovis like not freaking out, but sort of spaced out. So I sitting down just outside the bank.
Oh, Leighton.
Now I look at Leighton and say,
There's
Can
two
you
of you.
look
No,
after
three of
Jovis?
you. This is some great.
While you do that, I take a sip from my sake from my satchel.
Fair enough.
You big old gourd.
I love how we've not got 20 feet from the fucking tavern and we're already getting high and drunk again. It's great.
But
Leighton, look after Jovis. I need to go in the bank.
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
So as you start making your way to the bank, you notice that the big guy's following the like guy with the helmet.
Fuck's sake, that's not very subtle, is it?
Yeah, and you see that he's not like guiding him or anything, but he's walking a bit more like normally, as it were. And yeah, you're they're keeping your notice, as it were. So they're like in your sort of eye range and just kind of standing outside the bank. But you start to notice that his mask begins to have like glowing things on each eye, like not all at once, but like one at a time.
I asked Crow to sit on like just above the bank, looking down at where the doorway is.
I was just gonna.
Okay, yeah.
And with his perception, just to sit there and keep an eye out. Fuck yes, go Crow, go Crow.
Nice.
So what was that? His perception for?
Yeah, he's a go Crow now.
Go Crow.
Yeah. So well, yeah, because he is telepathic, so he would be able to show you any visuals that he sees.
Oh yes.
So yeah, is this the door to the bank? Did you say?
Yeah, he's like, imagine like the doorway to the bank. There's sort of like a above, sort of almost another roof before the main roof of the bank. Like
Yeah, I get what you
he's
mean.
sitting on that.
Yeah, he's
looking
on the
down.
perch and he kind of like flaps his wings to like buzz off the other birds that are there, and he's just like now to the other birds, and they all like fly away. But yeah, he notices the guy, and as he's noticing the guy notices him, and all the eyes light up at once, and
Shit.
Crow kind of feels dizzy.
If I'm looking after Jobers, do I also notice this guy's eyes? Like...
If you're making your way to the market, you're probably like here by now.
They're alive.
No, I asked them to wait by the outside the bank.
Oh, what are they not going to? Oh yeah, crap. Yeah, you probably notice that this guy is. You notice that he's looking in a direction and that his eyes are glowing and causing attention.
Oh, okay. I hold on to my weapon ready just in case something happens.
Am I aware that Crow's slightly dizzy?
No,
Because I'm in the bank. Okay.
because he's not projecting it to you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I'm gonna go in the bank and ask to do a withdrawal.
Yeah, it's one of these other goblins, and it's
And
actually
I
a
give
woman
that
goblin.
secret
this time.
password that I sent to you. One moment. Oh wow, you know it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. Oh wait, no, wrong person. Because I was the one that actually found it for you, didn't I? Because you had the word and then I translated it.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's just like, yes, right away, and then takes you down into the bank again. And if we were going to jump back, we see the guy with all his eyes glowing, and he like we see kind of like an X-ray of what's going on, and you being like trailed down.
Yeah.
Kind of like as like a glowing dot in the cavern.
Okay, so he's seeing me through the ground from his perspective.
Yeah, it seems to be that every person visible to his helmet, even through ground, is all being like projected as these like glowing dots.
Okay.
So yeah.
God, I wish my character knew this. He would stop walking down there. But nope. Off I go.
But yeah, he takes note of like the depth of it, and then it goes into this vault, and yeah, it kind of starts to like your lights start to flicker, almost as if there's interference.
Oh, thank fuck for that. My vault is actually like made of lead or something. Good.
And yeah, so you withdraw how much?
I just wanted. Now I'll just take 500.
Yeah.
Because, whoa,
Yes.
I'll take 500.
Okay, yeah. She grabs a bag, and
Nah,
then
I'm still playing.
she grabs a bag and passes it to you,
Thank you.
and you
I'll start
both make your
back
way.
up.
Yeah.
Ensuring that she locked up the place first. I mean, I know she's trustworthy, but you know, my guy just sort of looks around and goes, "Yeah, she locked up."
Yeah. And yeah, once you all get back to the top, you first see the guy with the mask standing outside with the lights on as you like come back out, and then you blink for a second and everybody stops for a second, blinks for a bit. This also includes Leighton and Jovis and Crow. Everybody blinks and they're gone.
Who's gone?
Exactly.
Did you guys just see that?
When they're gone or we're gone?
Outside the game, they are gone, both him and the big guy.
Okay.
But to your character, you don't know who you're trying to think of.
Later.
Crow?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Crow comes flying back down to your shoulder.
Yeah, that's a pretty trippy dude.
Crow, what did you see?
It's just no.
And
Oh,
obviously,
no means everything.
yeah, essentially you get this blink in your mind of flying onto the perch and then nothing. Like, he doesn't even remember if they were there or not.
Also, out of game moment, Leighton, you also saw absolutely nothing, and Jovis, you saw absolutely nothing.
Well, we see
Nope,
the
nope,
absence
nope,
of
nope,
something,
nope,
and I
nothing.
tripped out because I was tired.
It's not the absence of something, because you don't know who you're trying to think of.
Did you? Oh, okay, yeah. So they blink, disappeared, but we therefore didn't. Oh
Okay.
no, I'm high as shit anyway. I'm seeing 3 people.
Yeah,
walk
the
along
the
in
only
ghost
thing
town,
that
so-
you guys remember is making your way to the bank. You don't remember that there was a big guy and that there was a guy with like a mask with lots of eyes.
Okay then. I said to Jovis, you ready then? You must have roll constitution, see if you're ready, but
I
are
just
you
say,
ready?
together we can face any challenges as deep as the ocean and as high as the sky.
I'll tell Jovis to chill the fuck out.
I was
You
just
high
googling
bastard.
high quotes online, and that's the only one I could find that was relevant.
So yeah,
Sake.
are we
How long does this high effect last, by the way?
But it should last about maybe an hour.
yeah. So by the time you get to the marketplace, you'll probably be out of it.
Cool, fair enough. Alright, is that where we're progressing then?
Yeah.
It may have a
Out of
little
game
bit of
moment.
effects.
Out of game moment. Did Benetton get that wipe?
Was he there?
He was trailing just behind them.
Was
I'm
he?
training behind Kayla and that group.
Oh,
I thought-
who were you? Who were you trailing? Were you trailing the
The group
militant guy?
You were training us, were you?
Yeah, the museum group.
Oh, the
Yeah.
museum group. Okay, yeah, you weren't affected by it.
Fuck. I was hoping you would have seen it and then be able to tell us later.
I love how your RP moving a little bit at the time. I love it.
I was RP. You like RP.
Do you like RP? I take off.
Okay,
your-
then we flash back to the tavern.
Yeah, I was gonna say Alden hasn't done anything for a while. He's just been asleep. What is it, like midday now?
Yeah, it's like well, it was 8 o'clock when you all woke up. It's probably like coming up to 12.
Yeah, it takes a while to withdraw money.
Yeah, because it's quite a depth.
Yeah, especially when you're high as shit.
Go on in,
Yeah.
Rory.
Yeah, Rory, what were you planning on doing?
Hey mate, he's had a long week.
He wakes up to see no one in the bar.
Where is everyone?
Yeah.
Actually, there is one person in the bar.
Oh, who's that?
It's the guy in the armor. The guy with his
Samurai.
yeah. I'll call him the samurai just because it makes it easier. Because that
Is he
essentially
like
is.
in the bar area?
He's still just sitting by the fire, and you actually see him like with what looks to be like glass, and is just kind of going with it, like just like looking at it.
Oh, good. I just
Rory?
remember last time when I thought it was the end of this D&D, so I beat the shit out of Ashley for no apparent reason. You guys dragged him outside.
Yeah, Rory, is that all you're doing? Just sitting in the tavern, or?
Start something, Alden.
I think Marcus lost Rory. Hang on. Rory?
He's being a troll.
Okay, I think we should come back to that.
Okay, so we cut over to Benetton following Kayla, and it would be Kayla, Zanny, Vernon, Denon, and oh no, yeah, that would be it.
Rory, can you hear us now? Type what you want to do.
So yeah,
Chat's just disconnect.
so we jump over to them, and they're all gathering at the museum and start to make their way through and look at all the exhibits. JJ, what do you want to do?
JD?
JJ?
Oh,
No!
God.
Everyone's dying!
Ah!
What's going on?
JJ.
I don't know.
Good chat, Susie.
The chat has died.
Where's everyone?
I don't know. It's weird. Oh, it's
Yeah, I was
connected.
connecting.
They're all connecting.
But we can. That's what happened to me a few times. They had to I had to restart Discord for it to work.
Oh God.
Switch channel.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm back.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, we might need to
I
change
was,
server.
restart my Discord.
Yeah. Who's on the toilet? Why can we hear the toilet?
No, that's or somebody else going to the loo.
Ugh.
In my house, pretty loud.
Oh my.
That's excellent. Really, she's just sat in the toilet on this.
Oh, Ali.
I know I do.
D&D on the loo.
Oh my God.
I only play Hearthstone on the loo.
It's a real shitter.
Ah, good,
Yeah.
good old Hearthstone.
I've won so many games whilst I'm sat there. It's like, oh, you know what? I don't want to leave.
It's when you're the most strategic.
Is he alive?
Okay, so we go back to Rory's story.
Nope.
Okay, Rory, what do you want to do?
Get back.
So this guy you're talking about, was he like in the bar area?
Yeah, he's just sitting by the fire with his glass
Okay.
glass paper, as it were.
Well, I'd just go over and casually just sit next to him.
Yeah, he still sits there and continues to look at this glass, which you can now see has actually got like text on it.
Cool.
Okay. But I ask him what he is looking at.
He turns to you and he kind of remembers like how different everything is now, and he's just like, "Oh, it's nothing," and puts it like away. Which it's weird because what looked like glass, he just rolls up and then slides into like a tube, and then turns, like, seals it back up.
Okay. Well, I introduce myself by saying, I'm Eldon. Who the hell are you?
Son of Gordon, who was son of Aelon, who was son of...
Actually, wait. Can you repeat that? Eldon.
What Probably not.
Eldon.
Eldon, son of Blade.
Gordon, son of Jordan. You just made up names, okay?
Eldon, son of Gordon.
Son of High Chieftain
Uh,
Black Fang.
Eldon.
What's with the make-up names?
I
Uh,
don't know.
I just want them as like history for JJ. Not JJ's.
Rory, I may have
Rory's
just made
characters.
you history.
So yeah, that is your actual title now. You are Eldon, son of Gordon, who is your chieftain.
Cool.
So you're the son of the chieftain.
Alright.
Yeah, he introduces himself and he's just like, "My name is Hijako.
Okay.
Hijako
So-
Kushida."
What are you doing in the city?
Quick, pull his mustache.
Why? Why pull his
There we
mustache?
go. Jesus.
Oh, Judo, how'd it go?
That fucking forever.
Rory,
look,
threw
he,
this, guy and now stole his mustache.
No,
Oh,
he
nice.
didn't steal his mustache.
Whose mustache are you stealing?
Fuck's sake, Dale, you always come back to the weird things.
I know, right? I broke the seal. For the bottle of
Hello? Is
whiskey I
everyone
brought
gone
you.
again?
No.
No.
No,
we can hear
we're
you.
still here.
No.
First time, man's dick gets cut off. Second time, all sorts of
Hello?
love interest stuff
Hello?
happening at the Serena's account.
Hello?
Third time,
Hello?
mustache being stolen.
Hello?
What's happening?
Shit, we're
Hello?
turning into
Hello?
Daniel.
Hi,
Hello, Dan. Yeah.
Hello?
Hello!
Hello?
Hello.
Hello!
Hello?
Hello?
I can hear it, can't
Hello?
you? You're a bastard.
Hey guys, hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
And this is when we all knew he was crazy.
Hello?
Hello?
I enjoyed that he said hello.
GC'd on the Discord again.
There we go. Take that, Rory.
Is everyone here now? Are we okay?
Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
Fuck's sake.
I'm always gonna find a bottle of Coke with it, mix it.
But yeah. So is there anything that you approach him about or anything?
I'm like interested, like why he's here.
He's just like, oh, we are from a far off land, or we're a bit out of time, as it were.
Hello?
Out of time.
It's me. You're looking for me.
Oh, just
Rory,
a
poke him.
Poke him.
Poke him.
it's just a
I was just gonna say it, JJ.
it's just an expression. We're a bit backwards, as it were.
Okay.
So
No
accepting.
argument.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Where are you from, may I ask?
I don't
I'm
really know.
Eldon, son of Gordon. Son-
Yeah, you explain your.
Baldwin.
Aldon actually is his his grandfather's name.
Yeah.
Wait, you've got an intelligence of 17?
Do I? Oh,
Yeah.
I am Eldon, son of Gordon.
Yeah.
I'm quite the educated gentleman.
All my family are bloodthirsty barbarians, but I'm
Astute.
linguist.
I'm studious.
You know, that hit the crit hit.
But
Also, I suppose I explain that I'm here with my group of travellers. We've come to this place.
Yeah.
No, no.
Max, does alcohol count as poison damage?
no. Actually, it can be.
I just realised I read it from my stats. I have an advantage on saving throws and poison damage.
Yeah.
God.
That's only if it's damaging you, though. So far, you
Oh.
haven't even reached a point where it's doing any sort of effect on you.
God damn
So,
But,
Eldon, have you poked him yet?
it. What?
No.
He wants to put one in the stink.
If I poke him, he'll poke me back.
So yeah, ow. So yeah, we kind of fade on those two awkwardly not talking about anything.
But staring at each other's mustaches. That's right. Rory grew one in the time they're talking.
And yeah, so it jumps over to Benetton trailing after the group that Kayla was with.
JJ, hello,
Ninja.
hello.
No.
JJ.
As I was saying, JJ, when you broke off last time,
Yeah.
they all just kind of walked in and like taking a look at the exhibits. They're not acting abnormally. They're just kind of looking and essentially admiring what's there.
I'm very disappointed in you, Max. Not one stealth roll has been made this entire game.
Why? What did you want me to stealth for?
Well, JJ's stealthily following them.
Well, he can do if he wants to actually not
Very
be seen.
disappointed in the DMs this session. Very.
I'm just tailing them. They see me. They see me.
God
Yeah,
damn it.
like no one's particularly trying to
God
hide anything.
Damn it!
Why? What did you want to happen?
I wanted them to see JJ and then throw him against the wall and steal all his items.
What? They just strip him down? So it's like
You know what he's holding?
they don't. The only person that showed off any sort of technology is you.
Yep.
You leave my technology. I
Mine
earned
weren't,
this
mine
fair
weren't
square.
very advanced compared to his.
Yours is bullshit. Yours is like a stone axe compared to mine.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
mean,
Carry on.
But yeah, so what do you want to do while you guys are there? This is between Ali and JJ for now.
Ali's not aware that JJ.
Like he said, he's just trailing. He's not specifically trying to hide.
I'm just following him, see what happens.
So Ali could turn around right now and say, "Oi."
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if she
but
if she
also, if you're
notices
not
him.
looking for someone, you're not going to be aware that someone's behind you. So.
What I'm doing is looking at all the history, and trying to find the weapons that Sir
Hey, sirloin.
Sirloin mentioned. That's my main focus.
Okay. For starters, he mentioned that they were in town and bought it from a shop, but
No.
No,
I
the
did
artifacts.
I did say that that Simon took stuff back to the museum.
yeah, but not weapons.
No, I mean
didn't mention
the
weapons, no. I did say he took
artifacts.
artifacts back.
See,
Sorry,
so,
I
yeah.
meant the artifacts.
It's
I
fine.
meant
I
the
was just
artifacts.
trying to clear up like what potentially you would be looking for here is the thing because you will find both. Like you
yeah.
notice. Obviously, this is a bit more clearer now that the secret was kind of revealed. You notice that there's tanks in there and rifles from like from the days of yore, and there is an actual tapestry that shows London burning, as it were, by dragons.
London's burning.
See, people still sing that song, but for different reasons now.
Yeah.
Dragons run.
But yeah, Vernon actually goes around and starts to look at some of the devices on display and doesn't touch them because he knows that will probably stir some trouble. But definitely looks over them with intent to find out more. So yeah, is there anything specific you're looking for? Because right now you're in a section for not just war, but also like there's like the next section through like an archway that's filled with like fashion and stuff from your day.
What I'm looking for is a specific piece of clothing, like an armored hood that can be used as protective wear against sun, heat, and can also help with stealth and everything. Is like a cloak of invisibility, but it's not in a way.
Oh yeah, a tank top. I know those.
Yeah.
A boob tube, my favorite. No. Yeah. You do notice there is like a robe, and obviously to the untrained eye, it would look just like some weird sort of plated fabric. But to you, you definitely notice it is a like battle use like camouflage armor. But it's behind like the velvet rope, and they do have people like standing watch around. So yeah, and Vernon actually goes, good find, Kayla. We might have to try to acquire that, as it were.
And I go, yeah, we might have to do it at night.
Shh, keep it down. We don't want the locals to find out. But yeah, he agrees with you and starts to walk around a bit more, trying to act casual again. Benetton, what do you do when you notice that they're like standing still in front of this plated cloak?
I'd just like to roll a perception to see if I can actually notice anything about why they're actually doing it.
Sure. Fetch the engine. Fetch it.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't tell anything about the like the armor at all, like and you don't know why it's kind of piqued their interest.
I'd just like to casually sneak up behind them and just go, "Hey, what are you looking at?"
Who are you specifically talking to? Because you'll get a different reaction from anyone.
Just sort of like putting my head in between, like just two people, just like the two main ones, if possible.
Okay, so that would...
and
Vernon.
Vernon, sorry.
Yeah. And yeah, the old man kind of jumps back and is just like, "Ooh, what are you doing?"
Just making sure you get to Serena. No, I just go, I said yesterday to one of your colleagues that I would arrange a meeting to see Serena, so I've been making sure you can get there.
And I would say, oh, that's interesting. And we are very appreciative of it because we need money, don't we, Vernon?
He's just like not very happy about like obviously being jumped up on, and yeah, it's just like, well, we do need some finances. That is true. But I'm more interested in this right now. If you wish to go with him, that's fine, but I think I'll pursue this a bit more.
And I'll say that's agreeable. Me and I will go with Benton to see Serena.
Okay.
Okay, then I go this way, milady.
Yeah, Benetton's the polite one of us.
Hey, that's the only one I want to be.
And the
You also
swiwer.
use magic to basically hypnol women.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Why?
That's the wrong way. Love it.
Isn't that essentially what you described Serena
Actually, yeah, that
stuff
would be
that I missed last time?
Hypno?
Yeah, you magically drugged Serena last, didn't you?
No.
I've never drugged Serena. How dare you insinuate such a
You
fact?
used magic to influence her perception on you, I thought.
No, he
Yeah.
made a love heart outside her window while playing
just
I
being a
Wanna
solid
Know What Love
rocket,
Is.
That's all I'm doing.
What's this? Say anything.
Yeah.
Alright,
know.
then it's probably gonna take them a
That's the
while to do
impression
that.
I got
so-
when I was AFK and come back. That JJ uses magic to seduce.
Come on, Jovis.
Hmm?
Come on, Jovis.
Oh, shit.
Time is moving forward.
How much have we progressed? Do you think we
Sing,
get
sing,
to the
sing.
market
If,
by
if
then?
they've got that far after having a whole conversation, I would say that we were at least at the market.
Yeah, you're probably at the market,
Shortcut.
market
I
now.
took a shortcut. I'm there.
Come on, come on, Crow.
Now, it follows you anyway.
No. No.
I love you, Crow.
And,
Benetton's like, yeah, just jump in this river. Yeah, just go down this way, go past Eladin. Hi, Eladin. Go over the wall.
Yeah, I'm seeing weird shit with all my eyes. What you doing?
Back to Winchester and wait for all this to blow over.
Yes.
Lol.
But
Do I
Yeah.
get to look for new equipment now?
1 second. Before we
yeah,
cut over to
continue
you,
on.
like, think of this as like if it was like a movie / program. Essentially, we see that Benetton and Kayla walk outside, and we get the kind of like perspective of Vernon and the rest of your team walking around the rest of the place and see Simon's room. And Vernon turns to them and tells them to wait outside and walks inside the room. And,
not Simon.
and yeah, and that's when it cuts away and fades to the marketplace with all you guys kind of wandering around.
How are you feeling, Jovis?
Things have
Yeah,
stopped
Pastor.
feeling amazing now. I want it again.
Yeah, I'm on a come down for the drug, but also I really want some shiny new weapons.
I'm also really hungry, and I don't have any food.
I had a porridge before, so I should be.
Nah, you'd be hungry, but you have the munchies.
All right,
Jovis?
Mister. All of the herbs.
All of-
Jovis.
I asked. Yeah.
Jovis.
Yes, sirloin.
The weapons shop is here. Go choose something.
Oh, sorry. I was just doing it.
Bitch!
You stopped me
Jeez.
or looking at weapons to tell me to look at weapons.
No, we're in the market. You haven't got in the fucking shop yet.
Okay, I enter the shop.
I also enter the shop.
Yeah. So, what
Fuck
do you
off,
guys?
mate, and I'm.
What do you guys want
I'll
to
tell you what,
look
wait.
for then?
I eat a ration of my biscuits and dried meat because I've got all these little separate.
Yeah,
things
so
on
you
there.
got like little meat and biscuits, like as a thing to like fill you up, because you do feel like really hungry. You're like, that's weird.
I could kill for a pizza.
Buy
now,
5
too.
weapons.
I could feel.
No,
I'd kill for some Doritos right now.
It's got the
on this little app that I got, I
munchies
can
for
do
talking
a
about.
different type of rations. I've got 1 lot of biscuits left now, 2 lot of dried meat, 3 fruits, and 2 vegetables.
Hmm.
I've got a little meal going, mate. Alright. I asked the weapon shop person, do they have any high damage ranged weapons?
Oh, a
I
high
walk up
damage.
behind him so he doesn't like try and con us.
Well, it's the guy from last time.
Yeah,
the,
I mean, so he can see that he's with me, sort of thing, you know.
and he's just like, "Oh, hello, welcome back. A high damage ranged weapon, you say? For someone of your stature, I would assume a crossbow would be more of your style. Something that you don't have to aim specifically too much of your body with."
Well, I already have a light crossbow, which I wouldn't know how to discuss damage in this. That does fair damage, then I guess.
How much damage does it do?
1d8 piercing.
Alright.
Your crossbow does 1d8 piercing.
Yes.
My crossbow does 1d6.
There's a
You're
difference
su-
between a light and a heavy.
Yeah, mine's light.
Well, what does that make mine then?
A light
As
one,
yours
surely.
incredibly heavy.
I
Um,
mean, surely it'd be lighter.
Yeah, yours is light and it's just worn out a little bit.
No, I don't know why that is. That's a bit weird. I thought,
Oh,
It should
well,
say if it's light or heavy, unless.
Yours is a hambo.
Oh
Mine-
yeah, there is a hand
Flick
bow.
it from the wrist.
Oh, it does say hand next to it.
Yeah, so it's a
Crossbow
hand bow.
hand.
Oh, good guess.
Nice one.
That's
So
the
yeah,
guy in my
that's
ninja book
that's
that
a
fires
more
hand
like
bow,
a
he's a beast.
yeah.
Alright, fair play then. Carry on.
So yeah, he's just like well,
Well,
there
yeah,
is
I put my light crossbow on the table so he can examine it and see if there's something that's better than that.
yeah, he does kind of like look it over and it's just like yes, it's light, which kind of meets your stature, but how
Shut up, JJ.
how is how is your arms? Are they strong, well built? You seem like you can swing that axe, but I'm not sure if you'll be able to handle these the size that I have.
Hey, if I can handle 13 drinks in a row, I'm sure I can handle a larger crossbow.
I'm,
he
I'm
says-
sure he has plenty of wrist muscle.
So yeah, he goes back and picks out this like grabs a crossbow from the wall, and you see him even like struggle with it, and then he plonks it on the table, and it's just like, this is a heavy crossbow, a heavy repeating crossbow, as it were. It's fast reloading, and it packs quite a punch.
This looks rather impressive. May I be able to test it out one shot?
Of course, that's why we have the dummies and targets over on the corner there, and you look over, and yeah, there's just like slashes and things, and kind of like hay
Rolls a
bale
one.
things.
Was the one?
Yeah.
What, this dummy? Plonk. There goes the bar. There goes the vendor. Shit.
So yeah,
Well, I would like to make a better than average shot at like one of the targets that are a bit further away, just to test like the max ability that I can test.
yeah,
because
they're all at the same sort of range. There's not like depth
Oh,
to
okay.
them.
There's like a few in the row.
Yeah, because it's not like a range. It's literally just are dummies that are made to be shot at and attacked in the place.
Okay, yeah. In which case, how would I test my shot with this?
Can you roll a strength check? This will just be actually, it should say whether it's Wait,
Saving or normal?
1 second.
Normal, wouldn't it?
It will be a two-handed weapon, so yeah, and it's heavy. Can you handle heavy weapons?
It was saying your
Weapon,
proficiencies.
Simple martial battle. Oh, no.
Oh wait, if you've already got a battle axe, then yeah, you can handle heavy weapons, or else you wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
wield
my
it.
arm is like medium heavy, so yeah. I'm
So,
a
yeah.
little tanky little dwarf, ain't I? Like, geez.
Yeah. That's
I
what
was
dwarfs are.
surprised the other day when I was like, fucking hell, this little guy's tankier than my paladin.
The most damage I took was from your back slap, the backhand.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the most damage I've
Straight
ever
back
dealt.
up and went, no.
So yeah, whereas your light crossbow felt like easy to lift, and this actually feels more like your axe, like there's proper weight to it. It almost like drags you down a bit, but you manage to like hold it up.
Solid grip, yeah.
Roll a ranged attack.
So what boundary size?
It doesn't say what kind of ranged attack it is, so I'm assuming it will just be with your strength.
To say, can you give me the stats for the weapon as normal and use it, or
Well, you'll find out when you like give it a shot.
so my normal strength, not my saving throw?
Because if you just
So
clang it
1d20
against the wall, you
plus
have no
3.
idea what kind of damage it does.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like this weapon.
So you give it a good old shot, and the bolts are quite like big and thick, and they kind of like thunk into the target. And yeah, you look at it and you realize that it would probably be a 3d4 piercing damage type weapon.
Roll that. Just,
Yeah,
you know, for
seems
curiosity.
Yeah, let's see how much damage you actually did to the
3d4.
yeah.
That's really good.
I type this into this multiplier.
So
3d4 plus anything or nothing?
no, that it would just be that base damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, so 8 damage. So you cracked like the mannequin sort of thing.
Yeah, I think that could do well. How much is this weapon, good sir?
That is
I should
65 gold.
Oh, fuck me, Jesus.
Well, at least it's not the 300 gold one.
I turn to Sirloin and say, "Do you want to
Daddy,
spot me 50
upsies."
gold?"
I look at Jev and say, this is like, you know, do you really need this? Will this help you? Will this help our journeys?
Oh, oh God, I wouldn't know how this works. Could I trade off of the price for my light crossbow?
Trade off for the price. Yeah, you would like.
Yeah, like say
You'd
the
get
light
money
crossbow
for
and
the
20
crossbow.
gold.
Well, the
roll
light
that
crossbow
persuasion.
itself. 1 second.
Sirloin talks to Jovis. Jovis just blanks him and goes on and talks to the vendor.
Huh?
Hey, hey!
I was kind of putting that like in order, like first haggle before I beg for money, I guess. Like,
Yeah, like he said that your light crossbow's like only 20 gold.
Sirloin.
So
Did
did you sell your crossbow?
Well, I've only got 22 gold left after all those drinking competitions and the rounds I brought for everyone.
You know what
So
that
you,
sounds like?
so you sold the crossbow, right?
I don't need my light crossbow, so that's 20 towards it. So I need what was
Do
it?
that.
Sorry, 30 odd.
And now
I've got
I'll
20.
pee with you, good sir. Right, Jovis.
Could you lend me 10 and I should be able to cover this? I think. How much was the heavy crossbow? Sorry?
I'm trying to talk to
Uh,
this fucking dwarf and he's just rambling on and rambling on. Jovis!
Okay, yeah. What? How much? Give me money.
I say he's still high. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Jovis!
Yes.
Do you really need this weapon?
Yes.
Cool, right. Here.
That's why I'm
For
selling my
fuck's
old
sake,
weapon.
it's so hard to talk to this dwarf. I asked him how much money he needs. How much more? How much he needs.
It would be 45.
Wait, what? On top of?
Yeah, because he's already got some.
Well, I've got 22 gold, and my crossbow's worth 20. So.
Oh wait, you're using even some of your own money.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I could sell my crossbow for how much?
20.
20, you say? Yeah.
Sirloin gets impatient and just gives the vendor 50 gold.
I'm trying to keep my pride here. I am a proud.
Oh, it's
solitude-
God.
He wasn't even paying attention
Dwarf.
of how much the crossbow cost. He just gave 50 gold to the vendor.
Yeah, he takes the money and then gives you the heavy crossbow.
Wait, so I got 2 crossbows.
No, he takes your crossbow as well.
See, Sirloin, I was trying to save you money.
Taking too long, useless dwarf.
Let's see.
Can I inquire to the merchant about any weapons for a monk like myself?
You've got no
Um,
money, friend.
He sizes you up and he's just like, you're quite the agile one, aren't you?
The stats on this heavy
what-
crossbow.
What do you feel like you're strongest with? This will change everything when it comes to fighting.
My staff.
Right. Okay. Yeah, he's just like, a staff, hey. Let's see. And then he picks up like one of the staffs from like the wall and gives it like a good old like tries to bend it and just can't. And he's just like, here is a torch staff.
What's it like compared to my staff?
Why don't you test it out on the Dome?
Okay, cool.
Give it a good old
Yeah.
thwack.
I'll go to the dummy. I'll give it a smack.
See to roll if you can hit it.
That's that D20.
Yeah, and whatever the thing for your staff is. So
6.
attack bonus is 6. Yeah, because it's on your strength. So yeah.
Mr. GM, could I roll a persuasion to haggle for a few extra bows because bolts because all the extra money that he put in.
So the 18 plus the 6.
Yeah, he gives you like 20.
Whew.
So yeah, D20 plus 6.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you kind of like fling it against it, and you don't go like as hard as you thought you were, but you can feel that it's got like it's very sturdy. It doesn't bend like your quarterstaff would, and yeah, you know that it does 2d4 bludgeoning damage.
Fair enough. I inquire about the price of the staff.
He goes, yes, it's quite reasonably priced. It's 12 gold.
I turn to sirloin.
I look at him and almost in
Sirloin.
disgust.
Oh, because you don't like him, do you? How much was that, sorry?
Yeah, I don't think you fully, thought this through, did you?
I turned to him and just like, I gave you some sake, man.
Wait, how much was it, Sachin?
It's
12.
like 12.
I'll lend it you because you're my drinking buddy.
I say thanks to Jervis and I stick my middle finger up to sirloin.
I don't know what this gesture means.
That
so I
finger's
just,
gonna be missing soon.
I've done that to
I
10
tell
gold
them,
now.
I just tell them stick it up, you dragon ass. And then I walk and I purchase the bow and I step to the side.
would it be a perception to see if I know what this symbol means?
Um,
Five?
it would be insight
Insight.
because
Okay.
you're trying to
insight,
figure
brilliant.
out his intentions of why he's putting his mid, and
Yeah.
also
Not a clue.
yeah, you're oblivious to it. You're just
I
like
don't know what a middle finger up to me means.
don't know what sticking it up your ass means. It's just weird lizard people language. What are they? What do they ever mean? Hong ting tong ting tong is all you hear. So,
Nathan, I'm doing this for your own safety.
Can I chuckle and we miss a good reference?
what? Chuckle and miss a good reference.
Yeah, chuckle that he stuck his finger up and I just assume it's something good. Ha ha ha.
Jovis, crazy dwarf. Can I kick Jovis?
I think if I see a lizard man flipping off a dragon man, I'd laugh.
So yeah, I guess you can laugh. I don't know why. Yeah, you just laugh, I guess.
I jokingly push him about.
Okay.
Like, stop laughing. Do I have to roll for strength because I don't want to?
No,
Good.
unless you have intention of hurting him.
Oh, I don't have intention to hurt him. I just wanted to go, God, Jovis.
Just pass up one of those awkward moments that you don't understand what's really going on.
So yeah, so once that, are you happy with your new torch staff then?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, is anybody else doing anything over there, or else we'll just jump to Benetton trying to.
I would like to quick ask what his absolute best range weapon would be.
Best
actually, was that
range
what-
weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to go
or-
range?
Or is that exactly what Jovis asked?
No, he just was looking for something of his
for a
size, but you're a
decent, yeah.
dragonborn, so.
Okay, cool. What's he got?
Picks up an RPG.
No, only in that little quirky shop would you probably find that. Yeah, he kind of looks around and he's just like, I always want to find something for my best customer. And
Oh, I got a shield for this guy. Love this guy.
Yeah, you built up a good rapport last time.
Yeah.
he wouldn't have a precision bolt rifle.
Oh, what a shame.
Ooh,
Uh,
ooh.
Oh
Can
shit,
I
I
say
need to
to
note
Mr.
down what
Loin
the
that we
family
come
bank.
across this strange ranged weapon that Benetton acquired.
No one knows about that. You be quiet, you.
I do.
We all know
No,
about it.
I've touched you.
it wasn't exactly small.
He touched me in a bad
He
place.
touched me!
Show him on this doll where he touched you.
Yeah, he says, for someone like you, probably a light ballista would be more of your.
Yeah, good. I like the way you
Wait,
talk.
does Alden still have that sniper rifle?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Um,
Yes.
but he says, You could either have a this light ballista or this strongbow. They're quite matched in performance, but obviously
Out of game moment. Light ballista. How big is that?
it's
Do
a
I have to
fairly
wheel it about?
chunky. Yeah. It's quite like a long. It's a long armed like crossbow essentially.
Am I bringing a siege equipment with me?
No,
I guess
it's
it's like sword length.
um
Am I right?
What the fuck?
yeah, it's like a bird's wingspan sort of big. Like
Oh yeah, right. How much is this one?
Like a pigeon or a hawk?
it's like fucking falcon if you've ever seen. No, not falcon.
Yeah,
What is
that's
it?
what I was sort of thinking. Like big, really big.
Yeah.
It's true.
How much, good sir?
That's 400 gold for the light ballista.
Yeah, take it.
Do you still have that on you from what you were drawn?
Yeah, so he like has to carry it out with like both arms, and he's like holding it up just like, and brings it to the table.
Don't I like wheel it about though? Yeah, like a blister on wheels, right?
No,
That's
it's
what I'm imagining. This it's like blisters in like from olden times. It would be like you drag it out on wheels, you set it up and fire a fucking ballista bolt.
no, it's a light ballista. So
Okay,
like
so it's handheld ballista.
yeah.
I'm happy. That's fine.
So yeah, he actually has to like hold it with two hands, but essentially he pulls out the arms and you can see it has his like arm span. But it's got like a quite lengthy and girthy sort of bridge for where the bolts go.
Light ballista, right.
Yeah.
I would like to, because we're doing it this way, I'd like to fire it at the. I'll ask him first. If I fire this thing indoors, am I going to blow down his wall?
No, it's not wall breaking damage.
Phew. Okay, I'd like to fire it out the same test dummy to see
Yeah.
how much damage and get some
Well, the
stats
one
on
that was already being hit.
it. Maybe the one next to it.
So yeah, just roll a d20 plus. I think it would be your not strength, is it? What does it say
I
for
have
your?
to pull it back, don't I? Well, for my hand crossbow, it says +3,
Which is
Oh,
which don't make sense to anything. But
it might be a combination of things. It might be your
my
proficiency.
great sword and my chainsaw, which are melee weapons, it looks like it's my strength plus my proficiency. So maybe my crossbow is my dex plus my proficiency, which make it a 3. Is it a dex weapon, this ballista?
No.
Is it a strength weapon?
By the looks of it, it's a proficiency weapon.
Proficiency weapon.
Yeah. So if you have proficiency in, I think it's a martial weapon,
Yes, I do.
then yeah, you'll get the proficiency bonus from
So
that.
I get +2 and +2 only.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's saying.
Alright, here I go.
Shit, let me have a look.
What? No, hang on, what
You
happened
did
there?
you did 2 pluses.
I did not mean to, good sir.
you rolled a 10, yeah?
Yeah, it thunks into the side of the wall and like kind of jams its way in there. But you definitely hear like a. So roll the damage. It's 2d8.
2d8. 2d8. Holy fucking shit. Hang on a
I'd
minute.
see.
Right, hang on. Sorry, I was writing it down on my sheet.
Oh well, I can send you the information if you want.
It's fine.
Too late. I'm doing it.
Bonk.
Yeah. So you see one of like the bricks cracked like in between from where you've hit it.
Okay, thank you. I walk out with a huge grin on my face.
Yeah.
Underneath my helmet.
So yeah, to like carry it, it like pretty much is the length of your back, and the arms fold up.
But I'm managing fine. I'm a girthy bloke.
Well, yeah, you're carrying a shield that's as big as you are, essentially.
And now with this as well.
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
Lovely. Ammunition. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Oh, these stats are fun. Alright, so I gotta sort through all this shit, so.
Fair enough. Yeah, it comes with like
Someone
20
else?
bolts, so
Yes, someone else
I
can have a little chat, really. Oh, yeah, 20 bolts they come with.
Yeah.
I also bought another 20 bolts.
they probably use different bolts. These are like bigger ones.
Oh. Okay, I buy some bolts?
No, as in they come with it, unless you're buying extra.
Yeah, I'm buying some extra.
Oh, then it's like a gold per.
Yeah, right.
So
I'd
yeah.
buy another 20.
Okay, that's 20 gold.
Okay.
So yeah, and then we fade on to Kayla and Benetton standing outside Sabrina's house, like by the gate. What are you guys doing?
Right. I will get her attention the only way I know how.
Yep, no.
So I would like to cast.
Never gonna
illusion.
give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna turn around and hurt you.
I'm gonna do the love heart at the window again by
Yeah.
casting illusion.
I still think this is magic hypno.
She's not there.
She's not there. Fuck! I ring the doorbell.
Yeah, you ring the doorbell and one of the butlers comes out, and he's just like, it's the old man from the first time, and he's just like,
No, not him.
oh, it's you again.
Hi there, it's Serena.
Mistress Serena isn't here today. She's out at the museum.
Is she at the museum today?
Shit.
Okay. If you could let her know that I would like to arrange a meeting for tomorrow when she's next available.
Of course, of course. And you see him like roll his eyes, and begins to walk away.
And don't
Wait, but you
forget to
didn't
give
write
her
anything down.
Hey, are you writing this down?
Yes, I'm doing it right now. You don't have any pen or paper out. I'm doing it mentally. But yeah.
Okay, then I'd like to turn to Kayla and say I'm deeply sorry that she's not in, but she's at the museum. If you would like to head over there now. to
Head
have a look.
back.
Head back to find the same person.
So do you guys walk your way back then?
Okay.
Oh shit.
So
I have 40 ballista bolts. I'll have fun with this thing.
so yeah, you start making your way back to the museum, and we swipe as time passes.
You go past the paladin grimming from ear to ear.
Yeah, where do you guys want to be by the time they reach the museum?
I don't know, it's up to Jovis. I just went shopping with my mate Jovis.
Did you say bitch?
I don't think I did, but that's not
Motherfucker.
getting someone. I really don't think I did, but I'll go with it.
So we're recorded now.
You can check the
We'll
recording,
find
but I'm
out.
pretty sure I didn't.
I was too busy getting distracted by this meme that said morning run, auto-corrected to morning rum. To change the plan, guys, and it's a picture of Captain Jack Sparrow. I was loving life.
Yeah, that's just
uh,
Jovis.
Yeah, yeah.
I like how Sirloin's just not even like acknowledged my existence.
Can I go and pet Crow and see if he likes me yet? Because when we first met him, I see him, but I allowed Sirloin and his immaculate, like, animal training to take over him.
Yeah, you can give him a little pat if you want.
And then he plucks out your eyes.
Hey Crow, how's it going? No. It's for you.
I was gonna say,
No.
as you like,
How
as
is
you-
Sirloin treating you? No. Alright, it's cool then, mate. No.
yeah, essentially as you go to like pat him, he kind of like backs away from you, like on Sirloin's shoulder, and he's just like, now.
How did
No.
Jovis reach my shoulder? That's the true question here.
You know.
He's just like on he's on tiptoes.
Why do you think I said he tried?
Right, okay,
Yeah,
in all serious note, Sirloin, would you give me a piggyback to wherever we're going, and you
Oh.
can choose the direction that we're going. It's up to you.
Into
Like,
the river.
I pick up Jovis like with one arm,
hashtag
just put
strip
it
check.
under my arm, and just walked off.
Wait, so wait.
Do I have to do a strength check to see if I can lift Jovis with
Yeah.
all his
Well,
armor
we both fall on
and
our
all the
fucking
gear I'm
face.
currently carrying?
Cool, let's go. Let's do
While
this.
he's busy fucking around with Jovis, I try and talk to Crow.
Crow.
Did I lift Jovis and all my gear?
Hey,
and
Crow,
his
how's
gear?
it going?
I
Yes.
think you did. Yeah. Cool.
Onward.
Let's go.
Come on then, Leighton. Do you want to talk to Crow?
Hey, Crow, how's it going?
No.
No.
Hey, would that sit on my shoulder?
It's just fucking no every.
He jumps to the ground and starts pecking at the floor, and he's just like looks up at you and goes, "No."
Be like that, little Crow.
No. And then
Oh,
he
man, I love that originally you didn't think that, and I thought yeah.
I don't think he gets the concept of anything else except
Crow!
no.
Yeah.
You say that, but he is really intelligent.
Yeah, I mean legit.
How
Crow
about
is
teaching him
probably
something else except no?
he's the most intelligent thing of this whole party so far. But he only say the word no.
No.
Well, the thing is, he is a bird, so maybe the translation's a bit different.
It's like Groot.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's the
agree.
perfect
It's
example
fine.
of what
Crow
this is.
has spoke it to me in different words. It's just when anyone
Yeah.
else talks to him, he just
Yeah.
flips him off and says no.
That is true. He has given you an in-depth conversation at least once or twice.
Well, in depth is a bit of a stretch.
It's more like no, but also.
Does
No.
the no have different variations and different tones?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to know a fun fact? There's
Yeah.
a fun fact from Sterling. Crow actually knows the language deep speech.
Which is literally just.
Ooh.
Wait, does it mean he gets drunk and has DMCs or?
No.
No, it talks in
Deep
demon.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's great. If you ever stumble upon a demon, just
Yeah. Just let Crow handle it.
Crow can translate for demons. Great.
until he speaks to the demon and he just says no.
No in. Oh,
Yeah.
And then
Crow, what did you tell him? No.
Yeah, for
You
us that
tell me
don't
to-
understand demon, it's still just no.
It does
Crow,
like a.
why,
It
why
goes
are
from.
they slowly coming towards us with pitchforks?
I don't know. Don't know.
But he goes like.
James,
He like
I-
looks
I-
up into the sky and starts going like. And then in the subtitles it just says.
No.
And then he ends up pissing off the demon anyway.
I love.
Come on,
Crow.
Nick. So you attempted to talk to Crow, and Crow didn't give a shit.
Yeah, I just stepped to the side. And just like, I'm
Well, I
hiding
feel
in
like- I
knowledge
feel like
anyway.
He
Just
did give a
tagging
shit
along.
because he said no, but Sirloin, you should translate. So what did he say?
Crow said another time maybe.
No, he said.
No. The one time it's a legit translation.
Because he asked, "Do you want to sit on my shoulder?" No. Has he
it's a
been
legit
treating
no,
you
Crow,
okay? No.
Oh,
You can't steal my pet.
I'll
It's my
steal it,
pet.
a pet. I just
This
keep
time,
it
whilst I
close
disappear for
by.
like 1 minute, JJ, try not to like do something super impressive or random whilst I'm gone.
It's like, why are you carrying Jovis? I can just carry your pet on my shoulder.
Oh, you wanted
he-
to lighten the load. My pet
Yeah.
can fly.
Yeah, but I thought he might just rust out for a little bit.
You do know he's a. 1 second. I need to show you him properly because you won't be able to tell.
I think Crow's about to get really
Oh.
big. Ah!
He has 4 legs.
Oh yeah, he can still sit on my shoulder.
He's cute, isn't he?
Oh my god, where did
I love Crow.
Adorable.
he's like a dog bird.
Yeah, he can just rust up. He just look.
It's the perfect pet.
But
You do all this anime thing where it just like rusts on your head.
yeah, he was actually going to do that, but obviously Jovis is like, you know, taking up all his master's attention, would have perched on his head and been like, "Now."
I'm surprised Crow's not getting jealous with Jovis.
No, he's
Yeah,
not. He knows
he
he's
is-
better than Jovis. He knows that he doesn't fall on his face.
He just looks at you as you're trying to pick him up and goes, "No."
No.
No.
Right. Anyway.
But yeah, we cut over to. Actually, I want to find out what Rory wants to do. It's coming up to like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Or no, sorry, it is 3 o'clock, coming up to like
Rory's
4.
been in a staring contest with the samurai for 3
Yeah.
hours now.
Yeah.
Neither one of them has
Meanwhile-
blinked.
Why
But yeah.
don't you try and pickpocket that glowy map?
No, I like go out the tavern. Just have
It's
like
an
a...
excellent way to get your head blown off from your shoulders.
With a sword.
They must
Certainly.
have future weapons. Come on. There's enough
No.
hints dropped. They probably got their own Gauze rifles each.
He's a samurai.
Don't give a shit what he claims to be.
Just a very.
And that is metagaming, folks.
But yeah, what, you just go for a wander then?
Yeah, get some fresh air.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it for a while, so
The samurai comes with you. He finds a kinship with you, and just decides that it's a nice day for a walk.
Well, I hope so. Not just so he can go chop his head off, because I was staring at him for 3 hours.
Why don't you show him your eggs? Huh?
no, my eggs.
Yeah.
But yeah, after talking to you, he finds you quite intellectual, and he's just like,
No.
you seem more intelligible than the other people that surround you.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Because before, yeah, he knew what the sniper rifle was, wasn't he? Because he rolled that perfect roll. It was like, yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh shit! Yeah, you still have it on you. So he's just like looks at it, and he's just like, so
Yeah, 'cause you can't hide that thing. It's on
yeah.
your back. Must be.
where did you find such a weapon?
On our last expedition.
Hmm. And where was that to?
It was on top of this weird carriage thing. So I just picked it up and yeah, took it with me.
Ah,
It seems like quite a powerful weapon, so
indeed it is. You might want to be careful with that.
so you know what it is?
Newsflash, you know what it is.
I know.
Well, it looks like some kind of gun of some kind. I've seen that you have guards with their own guns. Nothing of that caliber, though. Literally,
No.
it's like a 50 caliber gun. It would pierce a tank.
You would pierce a
Yeah, I would.
tank. Yeah, you would with my dick. What?
But yeah, you two like kind of walk past the water, and he takes a second to like watch the river as it like flows past and under the bridge. Beautiful, is it not?
Yes, sure.
He's just like, I miss the sight of rushing water.
I
He's from
understand this.
Russia.
Quite amazing.
Well, that
He's from
wasn't like
Russia.
that.
He said Russian water. He's from Russia. He's not Japanese. He's a freak. He's a phony. He's a big fat phony.
In this alternate timeline, there are samurais in Russia. Okay. Yes, my name is Stroganov. I am a Russian samurai.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. He's a phony.
But no,
Hey, he's a phony.
he takes out like another sort of tube and holds up this, like unravels this glass again, and it has a picture of like a woman and two
Oh.
boys.
Oh.
Wow, is that your family?
Yes, I miss them.
Wow. It's actually my dinner tonight.
But yeah, You don't really see it, but there's like a tear that goes down like one of his eyes, and he rolls it and puts it back in the tube.
What's the tear?
No, the picture. I collect all my tears just to show I want this to be buried with me when I die.
Okay.
But yeah, just something to break up all the like high octane action that's going on. A little bit of a romance between him and the samurai. And yeah, you continue to walk, and the like sun kind of does a solar flare, and we get ported over to Benetton in the museum.
Shit. JJ?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for the other person in the. There we go.
It was me.
So, okay, let's see. Learn for Serena in the museum. I enter into the museum and I know perfectly how I'm gonna do this. I want to summon the instrument.
Okay.
No.
Oh. God.
Right. Okay, I'd now like to start playing. I don't want to close my
My
eyes.
What, just through the museum?
Yeah, she'll hear my love. She'll never remember me.
So how is Kayla reacting to you just naturally just spawned a instrument and started playing? You're like, are you okay?
It's fine.
Yeah, Ali, how do you react?
Ali?
Ali,
Yes,
are you there?
I am here.
Did you hear what we said?
Yes.
How do you react?
I go interesting. And I
What the fuck is that?
I am
I go interesting. Word of the day,
Yeah.
kids.
interesting. Boom.
Such a fail with speed
But-
typing.
Yeah, essentially I say the meeting with Serena.
So he's just whipped out an instrument and started playing it. How do you react to it?
Yeah, did you not hear that bit? the bit that we
No,
want you to react to.
I was listening intently with everything else, but I missed the solo, instrument solo.
Yeah, so he's just ripped it out and started walking through the museum.
Yeah,
playing the
Singing.
Like
instrument.
summoned an instrument, bitch.
Whipped what
I
out?
don't carry instruments.
Nah, it's fine. I wanted to make it as dirty as possible.
Mm.
So he
But-
whipped it out and started playing with his instrument in front of the museum. How do you
Found
react?
chicken bit
I basically go. I can basically rob the museum, or maybe sneak back into the museum while you're
What the
busy.
fuck? What kind of reaction is that? He's playing an instrument. You're like, I could rob this joint. This music is really inspiring me.
Yeah, this is the perfect kind of heist music. Let's
Don't wanna
Okay,
close my
Okay,
eyes.
let's roll with it.
Matt, you just sing
Yeah.
and don't want to close my.
Yeah, because that's the song he's singing.
He's playing a song. You're like, I really feel like stealing.
I don't wanna fall asleep.
He's stealing my heart, so I feel like stealing everything else.
I've got to play my love songs for my baby.
I love that
Come,
song.
my baby, come, my baby,
Come
you're my
baby,
butterfly.
go
butterfly.
die, sugar, honey.
That's the next song on the list. Give me a while.
So yeah, you play that while walking through, and Kayla is just like, I wonder when I could steal that cloak thing, because that's going to be really cool. And,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't. You get the people that are walking around looking at the exhibits, just kind of looking at you like, what's this guy doing? And yeah, you don't see Sabrina come out at any point.
Aww.
Aw.
Aww. I'm just a girl. No.
My
Um,
waifu.
She is my waifu, leave her alone. Right, logically thinking, if she's at the museum, it would probably be for business. So I will go and see Simon.
Here we go. This is what
Okay.
I've been waiting for. I couldn't say anything because I'm over there.
So yeah, you make your way over to Simon, still sing, "Don't wanna close my eyes."
Of course, I'm not stopping in case she's still here.
Kick down the door, singing it loud and proud, and you see him you see Simon sitting side by side with Serena talking to Vernon, and the other people are kind of like standing with them, standing to the side.
So first in doing this, yes.
And they all turn to you, and they're all having like tea. And this is the first time you've seen Simon look, calm and collected. Like, obviously, normally when he takes his pills, but you see that his pill bottles are all empty and lying on the floor.
Oh shit.
So yeah, and they're all having like a calm, quiet conversation until you burst through the door singing. This is like, oh.
And I follow in afterwards, going, I am not with I'm just here.
You are with me. I led you here.
And she's just like, "Oh, Benetton, it's lovely to see you again. It's been a while."
He carries on singing. He doesn't stop. I don't know what love is.
No, I'm not starting the second song. Of course,
And-
as I always, whenever I see her, I get down on one knee and kiss her hand as usual.
Aww.
She runs her claw across your face gently, and yeah, it just cuts your face.
Majestically.
And yeah, you see Simon just like, "Oh, hello everyone. It's been a while. Haven't seen you since my adventures, or our adventures. God rest their souls."
Oh yeah, my army. Fuck's sake. I had 10 and only one made it.
So many people that slipped into the hole of the abyss.
And yeah, he's just like, "Oh, you. It seems like you must have met my friend. This is Vernon. We're old-time friends. We are. We grew up in the same school, in fact, and yes, we took all the same lessons. And obviously, you know Sabrina. She's our benefactor." And Vernon's just like, "Yes, we have actually met these quite interesting gentlemen from the tavern that we've been staying in."
Gentlemen? But only one of them turned up. It's just Burniton. His
Yeah,
own.
I'm not much of a gentleman. I'm not a gentleman. I'm a gentleman.
Yeah, you're on the whole.
I'm a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I thought there was more of you. Yeah.
Some guy on the street gave me this cigarette thing in it, and now I just keep seeing multiple people. But
God,
Nathan.
But yeah, and Sabrina even goes to say, "Yes, he also was my tutor as I was growing up. It's why I'm so well versed in the history of the ruins."
can I
Suspicious.
roll a perception to check if everything's all right in here?
Yeah.
There's something fishy. It smells.
It's not Serena this time.
Shh, we haven't got that far yet.
No, she just smells like chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Really
No,
tasty,
they
yeah.
genuinely know him as an old friend. Serena is completely aware that God, how many
Is
times
there
are
a
you gonna
spare
go
seat?
away? Where are you going?
I'm gonna make a chicken korma. I fancy chicken.
God, where have you been the other 5 times that you've left?
Yeah.
I broke the seal. I was drinking. I was chatting to Marek.
But yeah, so
Things going on in my house.
yeah,
Is there a seat and a spare cup?
no, it's they've all kind of taken up whatever seats were there.
Why don't
Is
you
there a
summon
spare
a
cup then?
chair guitar and use the chair?
Yeah,
to
there's
sit down?
another cup. It's like a teacup, and all of them seem to be either dirty or broken. Like even the ones they're drinking look like they've got like chips and things out of them.
I'd like to pick up a cup and pour myself a nice cup of tea.
Yeah, and
Aw.
yeah, as you do, like Vernon kind of like taps your hand. And he's just like, "Oh, let
Taps
me."
his hand, eh?
Yeah, and he's just like, "Let me get that for you." And yeah, you get a flash, but it's nothing comprehensive for you. But you feel this familiar feeling of, like, as if you know him, like as if you've kind of known him for throughout your life as some sort of friend or you know, enthusiast of some kind of the same sort of thing. And he pours you a cup of tea, and yeah, you feel relaxed around him.
Alright, can I, while being good spirits, can I just give him a nice old pat on the shoulder?
Yeah. As you do, same thing happens, and you begin to calm even more, like around his presence. You feel like you almost remember him as almost like a friend of your family's.
Yeah. I just casually start sipping my tea.
You all kind of sit up at your tea while this like burly woman is like standing in the corner, just like looking at the books, and like these other two men who, like, one of them is a lot older than Vernon is, and he's also like reading some of the like writings that Simon's been doing from the floor.
Okay.
So yeah, you're all sipping tea, all very friendly, as it were.
I like tea.
Oh.
I was waiting on this chicken now.
So
I ain't eating all day, Jesus.
uh,
I've had half a bottle of whiskey now.
Ali, is there anything that you want to ask or anything?
I would like to ask Vernon, how was the museum and any other interesting things available or caught his eye?
He replies with just a calm and collected, yes, Sabrina's been telling me all about this city of theirs. It seems that they have a large collection of historical artifacts here that all have caught my interest, and even they venture out to London, as it were, to find these artifacts. Apparently they've lost many men. Shame to hear.
Yeah, shame.
I'm not going back there. You can't make me. Blister to the face.
Can I, my eyes just like slowly just like sort of glaze over at hearing that word of London again?
Yeah.
What, having Narm flashbacks?
Yeah.
And it's just you remembering like 3 people falling into a hole from ghosts. And the other guy whose face became a body.
And the
Like,
other guy.
I just like start shaking my teacup.
Oh,
as
that was such
that's
a
the
weird
flashback.
moment.
Yeah,
the other
you're
guy
like,
who fell down a hole into a crater.
Oh wait. You know that time I was eating a sandwich and didn't want to drop down, and as soon as I did, the last person behind us got taken away. Did he
Yeah.
ever make an appearance again?
Oh no, he did.
He died.
I was like proper hoping he was that guy that came back later on, but then got fucked anyway.
no,
We killed him.
he got taken away by it.
No! Got dragged away.
Technically, there was 2 survivors from the 10 that I took with me. Because one gave up before even getting close.
Yeah.
No, you killed him.
No, he
No, I
left.
missed.
Oh shit, you did miss, didn't you?
Wait. So all of that, one person made it back, didn't they?
2. One
Well-
with us and one didn't even turn up.
Well, he did.
Yeah. No,
Alright, he didn't
one
get
person
past the
made 60
mushrooms.
gold. Was it 60 then?
I only
Yeah.
paid one of them because the other one deserted us.
Yeah,
but
he
it
was
a
the one
split
that
of
had to go
60
back
gold.
and tell their families that they died and that, you know.
Because didn't he say about how it weren't worth it in the end? As
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a smart one.
Well, he made a month's pay but lost like everyone close to him, and had to go around and tell all the families he died.
Yeah, he has to. Well,
Bastard.
luckily, Simon had 2 of his own men, and kind of
Oh,
had
yeah,
Who
to.
also fucking died.
Well, yeah, one of them had to. Like, them told everybody his location by just thinking it, and essentially bled from all his orifices.
Was the other one in the face?
And the other guy was the guy whose face turned into a
Did
smaller
one them
version of
also
his
have
body.
limbs that went completely stiff.
Yeah, he had
No,
stiff joints. He was the one that turned his face into a body.
Fuck's sake, these poor blokes. Can we tell these new people not to fucking go to London?
Um,
They're gonna die.
yeah,
Mm.
I guess JJ just reeled off all these stories then.
well, what? As in, like, in his traumatic flashbacks, he's like spurting it out loud.
Yeah.
And there was a
Listen.
guy whose face turned into a body.
It
Um,
was these creatures.
but yeah,
They were screaming.
as what was it? Yeah, as essentially we get your flashbacks. He kind of like looks over to you and then over to the crew, noticing that obviously the mention of London has got you spooked, and he says, "Why? What's wrong? Were you part of the team that went to London?"
They don't want to go there.
Oh, well, I just...
Not again!
Well, we just thought it might be interesting to visit. Obviously, the artifacts there are quite valuable by the sounds of it.
But it's not worth the cost. It's not worth it. Not worth it.
Well, it can't be that bad. Isn't that right, God, I can't remember.
Simon?
Simon.
No, Kayla.
It can't be that bad. I mean, all of I've heard is that it's a bit dangerous, like a few quicksand pits here and there, but other than that, it should be fine.
And now for the game show of naming our mutations. So, JJ got like 3, Rory got like 4, I got like 2. That guy died, that guy died, that guy died, that guy died, that guy died.
Right. Can I
Damage was fine.
try and show them how bad it was? Can I try to force my memories on by...
Who?
I don't know what... I'm going to try Kayla.
Okay.
Rip.
So,
Okay.
With
You-
Rooney.
you put your hand to Kayla, and both of you need to make Constitution saving throws, which might end
Okay.
up in a very interesting turnout.
Okay, hold on. Saving throws.
You...
Okay. Mine's 0, so
It'll be a D20.
do
then.
D20. And D20. Yeah.
So you're flooded with this new sense of power and emotions and memories, and you collapse to the floor and kind of like throw up.
So I'm collapsed for choking on my vomit and seizing.
Yeah.
Yay!
You're welcome!
And yeah, you see the horrors of people falling down holes and people having their faces turn into bodies.
The horror! The horror!
But yeah, JJ.
Yeah?
From where you touched her, your hand has gotten like hairier,
What?
Okay?
and you feel like your hand is like a bit stronger, almost like you can grip really well.
What
Excuse
the
me, I'll be
fuck?
back. No, I gotta try something.
Oh God! I think I just ripped my dick off.
It's- oh god.
Oh, I just thought of something I need to do in a moment.
No, bad James.
No, this is something else. It's just...
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. What do you guys do then after she collapses to the floor and starts to choke on her vomit? Obviously.
I can't really do anything here. I'm seized.
Yeah. Vernon's just still sipping at his
Welcome to
tea.
our world with JJ.
Vernon's still just sipping at his tea while the other of your like team members come over and try and like help you by turning you on your side, and it kind of like makes all the vomit kind of dribble out of the side of your mouth.
Oh shit! Did we also mention that Ashley has a fused rib cage?
Is that important?
Well, it's another mutation. This list all the mutations.
Do.
We don't even
Right,
know
and,
Rory's, for fuck's sake.
To show, what's his name? Fern or something?
Vernon, yeah.
Fern and sort of the dangers of. I'm not gonna touch him.
Okay. Look at what it did to me. Look at her. Look at her.
Say to Simon, is there any books here that you have no real attachment if they're lost?
They're all important, but I guess you could use one of these. And he like hands you over like scribblings of his like notebook stuff. And
Right,
one of the pictures is of the guy who has his face turned into.
No, not him. Alright, I would like to activate my sword.
Okay.
Oh, they're gonna go nuts.
I would then like to slice the paper, showing what it can do,
Mhm.
and then go to slice my arm.
Okay. Yeah. So they look on at you like. Obviously, the other lot are trying to help Kayla, but the Vernon just kind of nods his head and is just like, "Well, that's quite an interesting artifact you have there." And you see Simon, and he's just like, "What? You've never told me you had this? What?"
Yeah, I forgot Simon's in the room.
So he just seen you whip it out, but has he seen you chop your arm off yet? I mean,
I'm about to.
oh my god.
So yeah, you go to cut your arm, and they all see that. Wait, what are you doing? You tacking your arm? Oh no.
Yes, I'm like sticking my arm out and going to like proper try and slice it off with the.
Yeah. So you go to cut it, and it kind of stops and then goes as it passes through. And yeah, you're completely unaffected by the cut.
Okay, I'd then like to put the sword away while saying about how it can mess with your body and cause dramatic changes. It's not worth it. And then resume drinking my tea.
And yeah, you see him like stand up, and he like puts his teacup down, and he's just like, "Well, that is very interesting. You say it's not worth it, but you've just shown me a skill that it would be extremely helpful to survive these days."
It's not helpful.
And he's just like, "Let me show you what I gained when I was there," and puts his hand on your shoulder. And yeah, you forget about all the bad incidents that happened in London. You remember him as a fond friend who used to visit your birthdays and had been with you throughout your time growing up.
It is fucked. You also forget you have this, and forget you have this, and forget you. Fuck's sake.
So yeah, when he lets go of your hand, do you feel no ill will towards him or any sort of horror when you are reminded of London?
Oh, I just pleasantly sip my cup of tea for the moment.
And he's just like,
not washing.
and yeah, he's just like, it's good that we could have had this talk. It's been very interesting. And he begins to walk outside while getting.
I'm still on the floor.
Yeah, and he essentially asks them to leave you there, and he walks out with them. But yeah, JJ,
Yeah.
you look at your hand and it starts to return back to normal. It's no longer like hairy, and you don't feel its like strong grip anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Serena still in the room?
Yeah, she's sitting there drinking her tea. She's not exactly sure what's happening. She
like
tries to care for Kayla while she's on the floor.
I thought Caleb was just taken out.
No, they left without her. She's
Oh.
just been sick on the floor.
I was abandoned and left on the floor on my side, admittedly, so I don't choke my vomit, but I'm still fitting and vomiting.
Nice.
Oh, that's okay. Well, that goes out the window of me trying to get her to have a private meeting. Say, do you need a hand helping with looking after Kayla?
I would be very appreciative.
She's just like, yes, this poor dear, she just collapsed. What did you do to her?
I'll explain it in private to you, my dear.
Okay. She like blushes a bit, and she helps you to your feet, Kayla, and yeah, like kind of helps you like wipe off some of the vomit from your top or weird sort of gown.
And I'm like going, oh, don't do that again. Oh.
No, the
Yeah.
terror of London.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. You've gained his terrors of London, and he's lost them.
And he lost his, yeah.
London is wonderful. Let's go again.
I'm going to go. No, I've had enough.
So yeah, what do you guys do then? Do you like try and make your way back to the inn, or?
I'm the fault goer.
I know what I want to do.
Carry me, Sir Lloyd. Take me away.
While carrying Jovis, I would like to do a perception check for that boy who, with short black hair, 3 scars on his cheek, and was wearing a shirt rag, who stole my 3 gold at the beginning of this campaign.
Okay. You can use both your perception and Crow's, because obviously, if you tell him
Fuck
to,
yeah.
his reply will be no, but he will look for you.
Can I not help as well?
Well, you're under my. Yeah, I guess you could. I rolled this, and Crow rolled. Crow rolled this.
Right.
Then don't get to
Can I
one.
roll as well?
Yeah,
Did
you can.
Jovis just give me advantage, or did he roll himself? Because then I could just roll again otherwise.
What would you prefer?
What's your perception, Jovis?
-1 to get advantage.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Go on then.
I don't see shit, Jovis.
I'm scouting out everything on the middle of your waist and lower because I'm currently being held under your arm. But he's not hiding in under any rocks or any low platforms. You're good.
Well, does Crow see the little boy?
No, he doesn't find anybody that matches your description, or at least he does, but none that is the same one that you remember.
Maybe he doesn't just someone tell you.
But all of that condenses down to no.
Come on then, Jovis.
Woo! You spin me in a circle like an airplane. Which I don't know what it is because we're in medieval times.
Also, when does your aeroplane spin? What the fuck?
Whee!
So yeah, are you guys making your way back to the inn then after getting all your things?
Wherever Sirloin's taken me.
I'm just tagging along.
Eldon!
Ah,
How's it going, buddy?
Hey.
hello.
Can I wiggle free to say hello to Alden? Woo.
Hello. What are you doing, Jovis?
Hello, Alden. I don't know. I just got a free ride with Sirloin.
Yeah, you see him walking with the samurai from earlier that you were with.
I unsheath my swords quite slowly to see how he reacts.
You see him do the same.
Okay, stop drawing your sword every time you
Is
see
there a
someone
little bit
new.
of tension here?
I gestured to him to have like a sparring match. Like non-lethal.
What would
of
that
course.
gesture be?
I don't know.
Just
I bowed to him like at the beginning of a duel.
Like a dagger, like
He goes, "Are you sure you want to do this?"
Non-lethal, of course, my friend.
Yes.
Oh yes, of course non-lethal, but do you think you'll be able to beat me?
Oh, then you sound like fighting
Ooh.
words.
Trying to fighting words.
I step at the beginning of the bridge
Okay.
and ask Crow to like get to a safe distance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head to the bank and just like watch whilst throwing rocks in the river.
Okay. So yeah, you see him draw his katana, and he flicks it a little, and it kind of bends the blade so that it's blunt.
Oh.
And yeah, essentially it's in non-combat mode, or at least like in, you know.
In that case, I should probably draw the chainsaw and just don't have it spinning, because that would basically.
Is that how it works?
No, I think I'll use the greatsword instead. No, I'll just not.
No,
flick it
I'm
hard.
assuming your chain blade would have a guard on it so that you don't cut yourself when
Oh,
managing
there we
it.
go. Well, that'll do, won't it?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I meant. That'll do. I'll use that one then.
Yeah.
That's a one-handed as well, so it's quite fair.
Yeah. So yeah, he's just he stands there and he's just like getting in his like stance. And
I equip my shield.
What?
I equip my shield.
Oh, okay, you equipped your shield. And
Yeah,
I
one-handed
guess
thing and shield, you know. Yeah.
this is initiative roll.
Ho ho ho. It's just a sparring match.
Yeah.
It's no biggie. Plus, it's initiative is plus your dex, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck's
Ooh,
sake.
dear. Ooh,
Not
dear.
that. Oh, well, it's just me and him.
Yep. Who's got?
I don't like the look of that one anymore. I might have to use it anyway.
How's that?
That's samurai.
Oh.
To be honest, it kind of
Hideko-
makes sense that he would have like a gas mask from where he came
Yeah.
from.
No, fair enough.
Oh wait, I need to name him Samurai. Actually, no, I'll call him by his actual name.
Roadhog.
What?
Roadhog. Hideko.
Hajiko.
Hajiko.
Ah, yes, the skill of a blade master gives him the first attack. And yeah, essentially he's just going to stand in his stance to prepare his attack.
He understands kanji, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So he noticed that he's got like a thing on his back saying "piece of shit" or whatever you wrote on his back. So yeah, it's your
Was actually
turn.
on his back. That's hilarious.
Yeah, you said that you put it there.
Okay, cool. I forgot about it.
Hey, I'm not gonna feel it. I've got armor back there. I'm not gonna feel a bit of paper put on my back.
So yeah, it's your turn now, Sirloin.
I just go for a strike because I know no better.
Mhm.
I shot and just go for a strike.
Wait, why is Sir Lawrence fighting the samurai?
I'm having a duel.
Why?
I do these things.
It's a normal day.
Can't you just intimidate him?
I can't. Why you ruin the romance between? the things?
So yeah, go on then, just roll for an attack.
No, it can only get better if, like, in the midway during the duel, Rory just runs out and goes, "Stop! Stop!"
Can I egg them on from the sideline?
Okay, you catch him.
Yeah, I don't need to
Some
roll damage though,
cheerleading.
do I? Because it's not really a damage thing.
No, because you need to see if you actually deal any damage. So yeah,
Alright, well, it
'Cause
won't
this
be the
isn't-
same damage.
this
because
isn't
I haven't
lethal
turned it on.
damage.
So what would it be then?
We'll just do the same, but as opposed to
Oh
piercing,
my
it
god,
would be bludgeoning.
who's making all that noise?
Sorry.
Not me.
My bad.
Just
One second.
most
They
of
sort
these
this out.
random outside noises are because of laptop thingy.
So yeah, deal how much damage you can do. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this thing is quite lethal.
So, because he was
Okay,
readying an
pretty good.
attack, he's actually going to use it as a reaction to block.
Fair enough.
So he only takes half of that damage, which is 6. So yeah, he only takes 6 damage.
Okay.
So yeah, he will be attacking you once I figure out the maths of this.
This guy is thinking.
Can't we all just get along?
This
Hey,
is getting
I
along.
am perfectly happy, and he probably will respect this.
So
It's just a duel.
Yeah, but people can die.
No, it's non-lethal. We established the game rules at the start.
Oh, I missed that bit. My bad.
yeah, luckily it's non-lethal. That 20 though.
Yeah, fucking critting me. That's,
Yeah.
It's well over my armor class.
So
I think if it was lethal, I'm about to get my head chopped off.
For honor.
oh shit, sorry. Oh no, wait, that's right. So yeah, 24 damage.
Ooh.
GG.
How much life did you have?
I had 23.
Yeah, so he knocks you flat with that one strike.
Oh, well played, good sir.
Yeah.
Ah! God! I yield.
And he flicks the sword back and it gets the blade again, and he slides it back into his hilt, and he's just like, "You fought well, but maybe not as well as a trained master."
And then you bow.
Yeah, he
I'm
bows
kind
like
of
in
limping,
respect.
But I've also like lowered my head. Well, on one knee because I'm injured.
And he helps you back up. He respects you for even thinking like sparring would be a good idea.
I'll put my health to 1 then, I guess.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
it's non-lethal. Non-lethal.
yeah,
Bit of fun.
Hmm.
I need to go to the pub.
yeah.
It's happening.
You notice that your your armor has been like dented from where he hit you with the one strike.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Fix the armor time.
But yeah, I think that was pretty evenly matched considering it was both 2d6 plus 3 and 4.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's just that crit though. Where did that come from?
Yeah. We both did the same sort of damage. It was just he critted, so
Yeah.
it's doubled.
So yeah, he just kind of walks with you guys and kind of is you know, kind of walking next to what was it, Eldon again.
Wait, can I
Sandwich.
heal Sirloin?
Hmm?
Can I heal Sirloin?
Yeah, you can if you want.
Ugh.
Yeah, I heal Sirloin.
I put my hand up to him and say, "No, got this."
You won't accept help from that species.
'Cause
Yeah,
I think
that-
I have my own little divine healing, don't I?
Yeah, you have lay on hands for yourself.
Yeah.
My own hand. That is. Oh shit! It's all blurred. I can't read it. Fuck.
Is it blurred?
Yeah, on my thing it's blurred. I have to fix it.
Okay, let me find out
Oh,
because I
this
have
video
everybody's
is
stuff.
so funny.
What video is it?
I just shared it to the group. It's basically me if I went to get drinks right now.
Lay on hands equal to your paladin level times 5.
He's trying
So
so,
two
fucking hard,
times.
bless him.
5 is 10.
Are you okay, Dale? Are you that fucking drunk?
I think he's gone.
So
No,
Yeah, of
I
course
know,
you
I'm
would,
fairly tipsy, but there's this fucking drunk guy trying to get drinks out of this out of this 7-Eleven, and it's playing that really bad flute, playing like the Titanic tune or whatever it is. It's going.
I mean, you do realise we're
Trying to get
recording,
back
right?
up.
And he's trying so hard, bless him. Oh, the poor bastard! I got a shirt in this chat as well. Oh God, Facebook, why did you hate me so?
I love the one where the drunk guy is trying to get down the escalator when the escalator's actually going up.
Oh yes, I was saying that.
And nobody wants to help him. They just laugh at him.
Oh, I can't find the link to share it outside of Facebook. How does one do this? I can hear it on someone else's. No, it's that flute that does it for me.
Hey Dale,
Yeah.
guess what we're doing right now?
What?
Bitch!
Bitch. Wait, was that reference to that Key and Peele?
No,
cool.
off you go, Max.
What? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So we carry on.
Yeah. So yeah, he walks back with you guys back to the inn, I guess. Is that where you guys are going? It helps if I get some player input as well.
I'm going to an end now because
He's injured.
I healed myself.
Oh, is that why
right?
they call it an inn? Because you go there when you're injured.
Yeah, that's right. Oh.
Hey, at least he was not a ninja.
Yeah.
Hey, at least this guy went like a level 50 something and he just like threw me across the map.
One hit kill.
Let me just check that.
Ching.
Can I?
Ching.
What's his difficulty level? Oh.
It's alright. I'm
Oh.
a paladin. I have to do a show of strength occasionally.
Oh, I hear a no.
Okay, yeah, anyway. Never mind that. Yeah, so essentially, are you guys going to just rest at the inn then?
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
also probably have to call it a night.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We'll have to see
I'm
when we
gonna
get
I'm gonna buy a dinner,
Mhm.
a sirloin steak, and then I'm going to also buy a room.
So that's like,
That's 2 gold, isn't it?
yeah. So yeah, I guess if that's
What's
where we're
everyone else
going.
doing?
I'll follow you and grab a meal
I
in the
go
bed.
through a lot of money in this game.
Luckily, you've got a lot of it.
How much was a meal there again?
It depends what you're getting.
I don't know. Just
Get the sirloin steak, Jovis.
no.
In
I had that a few days ago.
In fact, flicks a
that week.
coin over to you. It's on me.
Oh, cheers, babe. I'll pay for my meal though. So that's my bed. Sorry.
So yeah, that's 1 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, so update in my app.
I bought you a sirloin and you bought your room.
Thank you. So, what was that like payment for allowing you to carry me around town for half a
Fuck
day?
knows. It's just I like buying you a sirloin steak. I find it hilarious.
He's not all there after being smacked in the head.
No.
Nah, it's
Right, the
probably more
chest,
like a
wasn't it?
yeah, it was more like a rib
Body
shot
blow.
sort of thing. Yeah.
As a spat to his head cured his racism against me.
Nothing can, unfortunately. My race hates your race. It's how it is.
You're natural born haters.
So yeah, I guess that's where we're calling it a
Gotta
night.
stay true to my character, you see.
Fair enough. I'm a monk, so I can't deal to racism.
My guy's
Well-
a bit of a cunt to everybody apart from Dragonborn, so
Well, I can't really
And a
do
guy who
anything
smacks him
because
around.
I'm still recovering from traumatic
puking.
memories
Yeah.
of puking.
I can't wait till I get to fire this ballista at someone.
God.
But
And being abandoned by my team. The only one left is Samurai.
yeah, he was cool. Liked him.
Yeah, I like him. My character likes him.
Not surprised he beat you
That was a respect battle.
in a fucking one-hit KO.
It was. It had to be, didn't it? It just had to be.
Oh god.
It couldn't have worked any other way. I was thinking as soon as I did it, regardless of what damage it's going to be, it's going to be a one hit.
I don't know
And
why,
it
but I
just
assume.
critted. I was like,
I feel like it would be like one of those Power Ranger scenes where he does that really quick slash and ends up on the other side of you, and you just go, no, and explode.
Yeah.
So that,
Oh yes.
I was quite seriously outmatched.
Oh, I'm
Jesus.
not sure how I feel about the new
so think of that damage.
Power Ranger movies.
Oh no, it looks like shit.
Yeah.
It's Transformers, the Power Ranger movie.
I
I'm
know.
gonna try
I
and give it
know.
a benefit of the doubt.
I already
Oh,
doubted its benefits, so there we go.
I already doubt its benefits because we already had Power Ranger movies, and they were camped like the show, which made me love it.
Oh god.
I'm just hoping sparks fly off people.
Oh yes.
No, it'll
Sing.
be proper explosions because it's Michael Bay.
Oh god, is it?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Why do you
yeah.
think all the stuff seems so familiar to like Transformers?
Yeah, you have a good point.
And you don't have the
Oh,
very
what the
obvious
fuck?
racism of the Black Ranger being black and the Yellow Ranger being Asian.
I still have some strange.
No, the
mushrooms on-
Asian one is black, and the black one is blue. They tried to make it funny on that, but it just came off as corny and not very good.
Hmm. But yeah, what were you saying, James?
Have any of you still got strange mushrooms on you?
No, I don't think any of you took any.
I do. Times
Do you?
2 strange mushrooms.
Oh, I should have been giving you radiation shit for that then.
No, I don't. I threw in the river.
Oh wait, no, you picked up the normal ones, not the
take
not
the
the
river.
glowing ones, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. I just wrote it down as strange mushrooms.
Yeah, I thought by strange mushroom I thought you meant glowing, but obviously you would have put in glowing mushrooms.
Yeah. Because at the time we didn't know what these things were.
Yeah.
I happened to pick up the ones that wouldn't get up and start screeching at us.
And oh god, it was good though. I like this session.
Yeah, it was a good RP one. And then
That was
it's kind
good.
of setting up ready for. I have to admit here, I wanted some combat.
Yeah,
It
I was
is-
hoping we were going to move it a bit faster, but it seemed like a lot of issues happened, and then a lot of I'm disappearing, so I'll have to try and work around this. But yeah, so you know that damage that he dealt you?
hmm
Think of that, and yeah, just be reminded that's kind of what the normal damage is for the other paladin.
Well, without crits.
Yeah,
What? Why is he doing so much? Oh, he enchanted, didn't he?
yeah. Oh no, wait, no, that was before he enchanted.
That's dumb.
That was just a Searing Strike, which you have now.
Yeah. Which he was using before he was meant to. Now I remember.
No, he used it recently. That's how he tore the guy's torso off.
Right. So yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh,
Oh, I have a question about my chainsword.
yes.
You remember back in the day when I had that gun sword and I could use the gun as a bonus action, so I could stab into him and then fire it?
Yeah.
Can I do the same thing with the range attack on this one? Like I use
No.
the chainsaw, I slash him, and then I turn it on so it just shreds.
No, because it would deal less damage if it wasn't moving. It's the fact that you start it up that it deals the 2d6. Don't worry about it for now when I told you that you could use it for your bludgeoning, but it's fine.
Okay, thank you.
But you do have the range attack, don't you?
Yeah.
Where you
range.
fling spikes at things.
Yeah, it does 1d5 piercing.
Yeah.
Or d6, I can't really fucking read it. It's all
But it loses a blade when you do that, just remember.
Yeah, I've got it down, noted down here, 18 times spikes.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Now
I don't want to ever use the range attack on it anymore. I've got my new range weapon.
Yeah.
I have 3 fucking range weapons.
That's good.
I just casually carry them all with me.